and I'm in the Four Brothers Mead tent, joined by a few of the members of Papa Roach. How's it going, guys?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to be here. Point Fest again.
Yes, and I know you're a Point Fest veteran. This is my first one.
Oh, really?
And the guys were telling me, he's like, you know what? Jacoby one time came over here, took his pants off into the whole interview in his underwear.
Damn, I don't
so
even
you are
remember
a
that.
bit overdressed.
Damn. It's part of
We gotta roll the clip.
Dude, I gotta see this. I totally forgot that.
Apparently it happened.
I know. I do look good with my pants off, though. But yeah,
that would push ticket sales for tonight.
Totally.
We're so excited that you guys are here. You got Ego Trip.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out. It's incredible.
Hey, good morning. How are you? On this rainy Friday, the 13th morning.
So spooky.
Whoa.
Things are good, man.
Friday the 13th. Here we are. Yeah, listen, it's raining. We need the rain, right?
Yeah, we need it.
We need it. I love that. We need it. Hasn't rained in 3 weeks. We need the rain. My lawn is like, oh, yeah, baby.
Rain on me.
Soak in me.
What a dad thing to think and say. Oh, we need this rain. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. No, I'm just repeating it. I'm repeating it ironically.
Oh, I see.
I heard the weather guy yesterday say it.
It's not a bad thing.
We need the rain.
It's just full dad mode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I stopped watering my lawn a couple weeks ago. I gave up. I don't care anymore.
I gave up on my lawn a couple years ago, and everyone knows it.
I don't care anymore.
The basketball hoop spot that it destroyed the grass, I don't even care.
Yeah. I'm tired of keeping up with the other people on the block.
They win. You win.
Yeah. They win. I lose. Fine. Listen, my lawn is trim. It's just nice and cut.
Cool.
Is it brown? Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah, it is.
You go to my house, it's Brown Town. Because when we bought the house, it had one of those, sprinkler systems.
Mm-hmm. You have the sod put down, or you already had grass?
No, there was already grass, but it had one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Sprinkler systems.
Very nice.
And, yeah, very nice. But every year, something breaks. Every year.
Bummer. Every time I've tried to do it myself, it's a disaster.
And you know how you know it breaks? When you get a water bill.
Oh,
and it
that's
goes,
right.
Well, first the water company sends you like a notice going, hey, we noticed you've been using a lot of water this month.
What's up with you?
Just a heads up. Don't be shocked when your bill comes. Mm-hmm. So you get that and you go, oh, no.
We got a leak.
You go, oh, no, there's a leak somewhere. And I go, oh, I have a teenage son. Is he taking very long showers?
Right. Mm-hmm. Water company sent you a letter, said, you get a pool?
No. The last time it happened, no, this is a serious story. So I got the water bill, and it was crazy. It was like $900. $900.
Wow.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I call the water company, who are very nice. I'm always very polite and respectful when I call them. I can imagine the things they have to hear. Those poor customer service reps, the front line. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the frontline workers out there. Hey, this is Scott Rizzuto. Here's my account number. I've noticed that my bill is quite large. Let me pull your file up here. Oh, yes. Do you run a hotel?
No.
No, this is not a hotel. Oh, well, you have consumed enough water that we believe you would be operating a hotel.
Oh, my.
Rizzuto Howard Johnson.
No, I mean,
open.
Do you own a Hilton? Do you own like a 300-room Hilton? Because that's the water bill.
Dang.
Golly, dude.
Sir, has anyone in your home recently hit puberty?
That's a great
did you
question.
fill up 4 swimming pools? Because that's the kind of water that's being consumed on your property. Mm-hmm. No, it's a stupid sprinkler leak.
I think it's that bubble machine you guys got.
Oh, the thing that makes the soda stream?
Yeah, you're addicted to the soda stream. Dude.
That's what it is.
So much pocket, man.
So, so much bubble water at the Rizz house. Yes,
I don't
enough
blame you,
enough.
man.
We have a $900 water bill.
After that leak, you hopefully have the healthiest property on earth.
No, you see what
There's
happened
palm
was,
trees growing out of nowhere.
You see what happened was that there was enough water that was leaking out of this thing that my whole backyard would have been a swamp. Like, that's how much water was leaking. And I'm walking around, I'm like, there's nothing. There's no wet spots. I don't.
No evidence.
No evidence. The dogs are not coming back in. All muddy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Apparently, there was a leak at the edge of the lawn, and it was just flowing out into the woods.
Yeah. Did the Yin Yang Twins
man.
song Salt Shaker start?
Oh, man.
So, and who
So the
knows
woods
how
look
long?
really
So
nice, huh?
it was all flowing out into the woods, so I wouldn't know.
Right.
And
What a
this is
bummer.
an every year thing.
The deer were so happy.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
you
pond was
provided
full.
Yeah.
There's a new spring. It's Rizzuto Springs.
Oh, I love that place.
That's
So every year it's another like $400, $500. A sprinkler head broke. This happened. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Disconnect.
Shut it down.
Browntown.
Is there a master valve you can just...
Shut it down.
Wow.
Oh, dude, this thing operates off a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got this thing in the garage,
See, that's your
and
rich.
there's an antenna.
That's your rich people problems. Like at my house, the hose is all messed up and leaking everywhere, and I'm throwing this thing out, and I'm telling my husband I'm going to Lowe's. I'm
And you're
getting a
gonna
new hose.
and you're gonna get a sprinkler that just goes, the ones you run through
I
as
know.
a kid,
And-
which are the best.
And that's what we did. But, water
best.
ruins everything. It does.
I'm just bad at taking care of it. Before I was on this schedule, I even had a garden. I was good at it. I was growing vegetables and food and all sorts of just fun stuff. It was nice, but I can't get on a routine, and I'm bad. So, and shout out to the guys that cut my grass, Greenside. They're incredible, and I feel bad because I never keep up. I'm never like doing my part. You know what I mean, when they're not there, and I'm ruining the grass of the basketball thing, ruining the grass
And you know
of the
what?
soccer thing. and then-
Analog. When you go analog, the sprinkler you plug in, the hose.
You know where you're spraying.
You know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
You shut it off.
It's never enough, though.
This whole thing, spent thousands of dollars on this whole system that you have an antenna out. It knows when it's going to rain, so it doesn't sprinkle. It doesn't put on the sprinklers that day.
Dang, what?
Sure you don't want to keep
what a
investing.
waste.
I'm in
That
my
sounds
deck
pretty
era
tight.
right now. Deck is getting built.
Have
so
you watered it?
No, I haven't watered the deck yet. But once that's built, 2025, I'm going to go into my landscaping era. And I'm going to go ham wild on
Nice.
some landscaping.
Amy,
That's
we had a
awesome.
leak
Garden?
last month. Nobody told
All of
us.
it.
We lost 26,000 gallons in August. Didn't know until we got the bill. It's
terrible.
Yeah, you know,
Oh my gosh.
Wasted water.
With what? Did they say a sprinkler system?
probably.
It's not global warming we need
Someone's-
to be worried about. It's these homes.
With their
Taking all
fancy
the water.
sprinklers.
Yes, this is a first world problem. I get it.
Well, I've been the moron that puts the hose in the pool when the water level's too low. Like the filter's not getting what it needs, and I'll put the hose on, and I always set an alarm because I know that I'm going to forget to turn it off. I only want it on for 40 minutes or an hour. And the last 2 times I've done this, my wife is constantly giving me stuff about it. The last 2 times I've done this, I've set an alarm, like set alarm for 10:35, 1 hour from now, where I can turn this off. And for some reason, I accidentally put PM, and then, oh my God!
Yeah.
The hose has been on for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And the pool is,
So
the
hydrated.
water's all the way up here. Now I've wasted water. Now I have to lower the water
Yeah,
level.
well-
I'm just such an a-hole.
Yeah, that's what it happens. But the water company's very understanding when you call them.
Yeah.
They go, all right, if you send us proof that you got it fixed, we'll credit your account.
That's nice.
Like we'll give you some of the money back.
So you showed him the woods, how tall it is now?
So
What did you do? Did you show them brown grass? No pool?
no, so you have to have somebody come fix it, and then you send them the receipt
Oh, you send the receipt of a broken...
of the broken valve
Okay.
or whatever it
It's
is.
like, how do you show evidence if there's no evidence?
No,
to show?
you gotta show them proof that you fixed it. And they're very understanding, but it's a pain in the ass. I gotta
pretty
shut
in-
it down.
It's pretty incredible.
Shut it down. Let's brown her out. Who cares? But now today the grass is like, oh, thank God, somebody cares. Not this piece of garbage owner. Man, I was all into gardening a while back. Remember that whole my whole abundance of cucumbers? Remember I was pickling things?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. You had a pickling phase.
You had a
I was in
good-sized
a
garden.
pickling
That's
phase.
nice.
I had a good sized garden.
Wish I
And
would have
then-
known.
Oh, yeah, we were growing pickles and peppers and all sorts of herbs and
When you're on it,
tomatoes
it's
and-
fun, isn't it? I mean, it's so rewarding. I know that sounds silly and old guy.
It's great.
Dude, I love it.
No,
It's
it's fine.
incredible.
Nothing like
gotten
eating
3
out of your own
watermelon.
garden, you
Yeah,
know?
I miss it so much. I
Yeah.
really
You got to do it.
I know, man. Like
We
I
got
don't- I can't keep
3
grass
different
alive
areas
right
now.
No, we had a peach tree and we had apple trees, and this is all, at my house here. It was great, and we had to tear the garden up because we got a new deck, and we just never, we had the raised garden beds. It was nice.
Yeah.
And speaking of cucumbers, have I got a tale for you guys? And this is making national news. Speaking of cucumbers,
Oh no!
do you guys love cucumbers?
I do.
I hate them.
I mean, how much do you love them?
I love them too much.
Do you love them? I mean, love them.
Oh, Lord.
Love.
I'm going to be so devastated.
I love a pickle. Hate a cucumber.
I don't feel like this is heading in a direction I'm going to like.
It's pretty much water. It's great for you.
Yep. It's like celery, but a slightly different flavor.
Yeah, you could do so much.
Oh, man.
You can
Cucumber
do so
vinegar
much with
salad.
Cucumbers. Oh, yeah. You know what I like to do? I like to marinate them in like a little soy sauce and rice vinegar.
Rice
and,
vinegar, yes.
So you put things
Sesame
on 'em.
seed.
Yeah, I like to make them pickles.
When you change the flavor of them, they're great. But the flavor of it by itself.
I'll do cucumber like in a salad. It's great.
I love a bagel with
Cucumbers
hummus with a
Cucumbers
cucumber
over
on
my
top.
eyes every night.
There's something about the
Yeah.
flavor that tells my brain that I'm not supposed to be eating it. This isn't something that you're supposed to eat.
I like to eat cucumbers.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Only eat them.
As opposed to what this gentleman likes to use cucumbers
no.
for.
Is this a guy? He's in public, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You know
saw
the story?
I saw this headline.
Is
It's
it frightening cats?
so bad.
Yeah.
Headline: DC man wanted for sex act with cucumber in woman's driveway, captured on security camera.
With himself.
Yeah.
Here's the cucumber.
just-
Now it's gone.
It's just how he did it is.
How did he do it? Tell us in detail.
It's just the astonishing thing.
Is his name now Mason?
Was this one of those small little cucumbers? Or are we talking a big old
This ain't
GMO
this
filled?
isn't a,
Great
this
question.
isn't a
Did he-
a tiny.
Did he squat and pluck it right off the vine?
No.
Because that would be impressive.
Well, and that would
Nah.
hurt too. They got the little thorns on the cucumbers.
So DC police said they're investigating after a homeowner's camera caught a man performing a sex act on himself with a cucumber in her driveway. This happened around 5:30 p.m. last Friday evening.
So sun's still
it was
out.
a lovely late summer
She's
Friday afternoon.
Home from work, long week.
Yes, the video of the incident from the owner's security camera. And she wanted to put the footage out on Reddit, so I'm sure it's all out there if you
Okay.
want to see it yourself.
Well, because they're still looking for him.
Yeah, they are still looking for him, yes. She put it out there hoping it would help police identify the man in order to protect her neighbors. And there's a high school, like, right down the street.
Oh my gosh.
So it was around dinner time when the woman's camera recorded a guy with a lunchbox. So it was like a soft-sided lunchbox. So he goes into her driveway, and then he took the cucumber and then lodged it into the grill of her car.
Oh my gosh.
So all right, so
Okay.
if you're watching the camera,
All right. So he's inventive.
he took the, and then, there's the
Put it in the
here,
car- in the
and,
grill. Yeah, so
right
now
there.
it's
Now the
stationary.
cucumber is like sticking out of the,
Yeah.
sticking out of the front
it's
of the
it's
car.
like it's like the nose for the snowman.
Right. The
Yeah,
wreath.
yeah, exactly.
He's trying to grill it.
And then the video shows us, he checks, to see if the coast is clear. And then he begins to use the cucumber in the sex act.
Now I didn't finish the article here, but are we talking up here?
Oh, down there.
Okay. I just needed the
So he's okay.
full visual,
Did
full
he-
viz.
Is there any audio? Do you know if he's playing music?
Yeah, Bump and Grind was playing
Okay.
from R. Kelly.
So the homeowner says, I want my neighbors to know and keep an eye out for this person. I want parents to be mindful. A lot of kids, a lot of high school students, they walk themselves to and from school. We got to be vigilant about this kind of thing. Now, at some point, the guy who's going to town appears to notice the security camera before putting the cucumber back in the lunchbox and then walking away down an adjacent alley.
And this is why you do not accept food at work from coworkers.
He looked directly at the camera, and the woman says, it was that eye contact that really unsettled me.
Hey, honest question.
Because then he continues for longer than one would imagine.
After the eye contact?
And, of course, then he saves the cucumber for later. So it really leaves one with a lot of questions that no one wants to have on their mind.
Here's my question for you guys, and you got to answer honestly. What would you do if you were on Reddit and you saw this cat and you're like,
Oh, that's Moon.
that's Dave. Or that's Dan.
Well, I'd have a talk with Dan.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you do?
I would have a talk with Dan and say, Dan, you got to turn yourself in.
Dan,
Yeah.
I seen you.
You got to
seen
turn
you with
yourself
the-
in.
with
You
the
have a
cucumber.
problem. You have a problem.
I love cucumber salad too much, Dan. I don't want to be thinking about your butt whenever I think of it.
You have a problem, Dan, and you need help. And I think step one is probably turning yourself in. Because you're going to get caught eventually. And they got this guy clear as day on camera.
Right. Like, there's no mistake. You know who this is, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's one of my best buds.
I hate to tell you this, but I watched Saltburn for the first time last night.
Oh, I
and-
heard it was really hard to watch.
And this story right here is not phasing me because of what I saw on my TV
Really?
last night. Finally,
Is that
A lot
a
of
movie,
green bums.
right?
yes, it's on Amazon. I saw some things that I've never saw before on a movie, and it's disgusting.
That's the one with
it's
the.
a great
What is
movie.
that movie about?
It's
It's
the
about
Keegan guy,
it's
right?
about. I'm not going to ruin it. It's
Rich.
still.
I'm never going to see it.
It's like Cruel Intentions for a new age, but it takes
What do you
place in-
mean?
like rich people problems, rich people's psychosis.
Okay, this is one where the guy goes to the estate.
Yes.
Okay.
ma-
I think we've talked about
He
this
makes a friend.
before.
Yeah, we don't have to get into it. I'm just saying the
Is there a
things.
bathtub scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a clean film.
There's a lot of fluids.
Huh?
All right, well, listen, this guy's not been caught. They're looking for him. He has broken DC's indecent exposure law that says, quote, any public penetration for sexual gratification violates the indecent exposure law. Penalties include a fine up to $300 and prison time of no more than 90 days or both.
Love George Washington.
So this guy, if you think you love cucumbers, this guy really, really loves cucumbers. And just goes to show the depths of depravity that some people will go to for sexual gratification.
Oh man,
Wild.
that movie. It's like the casting director was like, "Yo, I'm looking for people with intense faces."
Yep.
Because they cast 1, 2, at least 5 people that I consider intense faces.
Yeah.
That Barry Keegan guy, that Rosamund Pike gal.
She's so good in it.
Really, I mean, they're both so different looking that when they like go hard on a character, you're just like captivated. Like,
Here's-
what was she was in that one with Ben Affleck, where she was
Gone Girl.
the total
Gone
creep.
Girl.
Yeah,
Here's the video, by the way.
Wait,
So the guy puts the cucumber into the grill of the car,
Okay.
and then
oh, at least he's not facing the camera. I thought
I
I
in
was
my
envisioning.
head, from the side is what I
no,
saw.
but you know
in
what
my
he's doing
brain.
here. I mean, this is clearly the guy is.
Yeah, and how can he think that there's not security stuff around? It's like there's an alleyway with there's a car.
He stopped though. He stopped with.
Okay.
A car went by while he was doing it.
He does smoke a cigarette afterwards, as one would do after
Yeah.
after
Does that change the legality at all?
after such a thing.
I wonder why he picked that car. Did the other what model car is that? Can you tell?
Looks like a
brand?
Nissan.
I think the
Nissan.
Volkswagen next to it does not have a grill like
yeah,
that.
you have to have the right kind of grill for this to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he knows what
okay.
he's doing. He knows he knows his tastes in cars.
And by the way, I have that same lunchbox. I have that same. I have that same lunchbox.
and
the
you,
guy's
hey,
got.
by the
And
way,
also full of cucumbers.
you can tell this is not his first rodeo with this.
No, this guy knows.
Because
what
when
he's
he's walking away, he's walking very normally. And I'm not sure about you.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of us
after
walk
yes,
away very
that's
normal.
right. I'd be walking like a
No.
cowboy
what?
that just got
Yeah.
off,
Oh, like a
got off a
cowboy.
horse.
Yeah, he's got a strut, not a mosey.
Yeah.
Well, Just be careful out
Again,
there.
there's a high school down the street from this place. And what's the thing with this? Is it doing it in public? Because you can do this at home.
And people do.
And people do.
And that's
all the
whatever,
time.
dude. You do you at home.
It's just
Literally.
the fact that it's out. Is that part of it? I guess that's part of it.
Yeah, when I drive home, I see people out in the front yard doing this all the time.
Well, you live in a garbage neighborhood.
The thing I do like is that their
What do you like? Tell us.
Their driveway is super secured. That fence is like huge, amazing, and then they have that one tear in the fence, and that's where he goes through. And
My
has some
question
fun.
is, do you wash the fruit before you do something like that?
Well, it makes you think you should
the
wash
vegetables?
all your vegetables before you consume them.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You never know.
My wife makes a big deal about, washing. She's even got like a fruit and vegetable soap, that you're supposed to use to get all the
Yes.
chemicals off of it. I'm wondering, is this a clean cucumber?
That he used? He doesn't care.
You never know
He
where
just
it's been.
shoved it into the grill of a car.
Kind of questions is that guy asking out at Eckert's?
Do you have to put that on a Carfax?
Been used in an
Like,
act.
do you have to declare that if you're selling that car?
Yeah.
Is that going to come up on the Carfax?
Yes.
Maybe. I think it should. I think you just light the car on fire, honestly.
That's how you
after
sell
that.
it. You say people are turned on
I'm
by
not
this
driving
car.
this thing anymore.
This is a person who has probably been doing cucumbers at home for years and then decided, you know what, I find
That's not enough.
that's not enough. I need something a little bit larger, and I'm going to...
I need something a little more dangerous, so I'm going to take this outside.
Some mechanics looking over that car. It's like, it says it's been in a fender bender. But I can't see any exterior damage. I can't.
No, the
figure
damage
out.
is to all of us having to look at this
Just
thing.
trust me. It's been in one.
It hit the rear bumper.
It's got
of-
damage.
It's rear-ended something.
Yeah, it's hit the rear bumper of some fella.
Yeah, this
A
car
time
was
or
involved
two.
in a rear ender.
You can't find a police report on it. Well, you're not looking at. You got to look outside of traffic. Special
This car
victims unit.
rear-ended somebody.
You got to go to the SVU files.
Now, today is Friday the 13th. Anybody care?
I do.
Are you seriously like on high alert today?
Yep.
Oh, you are? In like a nervous way? In
I'm
like
just
a different
I'm
way?
aware.
Oh,
I'm
I think-
aware.
Are
of my-
you doing anything differently today?
Well, guys, yesterday, we're in eclipse season. Yesterday, we have an eclipse situation going on. So things are going to be different since yesterday. So, yeah, Friday the 13th after first day of an eclipse season, yeah, I'm on high alert.
Are you doing anything consciously different today?
I'm just trying to be better than I've ever been. I'm just trying to
Like
do good.
after work today, you're going to shut it down like, hey, I'm going to stay inside?
Yeah, I got. I'm taking it easy this weekend.
You have a
I'm
cucumber salad,
gonna
stay
have a cucumber
inside.
salad this weekend. Yeah.
I'm going to stay inside. No, just today. Like today, just it's Friday the 13th. Are you doing anything different today?
Yeah, I'll just be aware. I'm more aware of things. People are probably going to be in weird moods. Bad luck could happen, possibly.
I'm going to use this opportunity to just lean a little bit more pressure on the family to try to get a cat because they say
Oh, yeah.
it's a bad day for black cats. People are all weird, and they try to take it out on, bad luck signs and whatever, and a black cat is supposed to be a bad sign. And my wife and my stepdaughter were at the cat cafe yesterday, and there's this cute little black kitten, and they said that they were so tempted to get it. And I said, yes, let's get it. They're having this is a rough season with Friday the 13th. It's
Go
it's
off,
a rough
Queen,
time.
yeah.
Let's rescue
Well,
this kitten.
the overwhelming majority of Americans really do not care. I mean, honestly, I didn't even realize until I saw, oh, it's Friday, and then I saw, oh, this is the 13th. When people were asked the question, do you think Friday the 13th is an unlucky day? 80% said it's probably not, or definitely not unlucky. On the other side of things, just 11% of us think today is probably or definitely unlucky.
I mean, already just a little behind the scenes of my day. So I go in to Keishi this morning, and everything was messed up. There was like a programming error. It's Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even put two and two together.
I don't know. I'm just on the lookout for little things like that. Like, things might be a little slower today,
Well,
or some mistakes might happen.
Do you think men or women believe in the unlucky, like the majority men or the majority women?
Women.
And you would be absolutely incorrect.
Oh, my
Men
goodness.
are twice as likely as women to believe Friday the 13th is unlucky. And they're also more likely to consider themselves superstitious overall. Men.
That makes sense with sports. I mean, think about all the sporting superstitions that male athletes
That's
have.
a great point. 16% of men said they're very superstitious compared with just 2% of women. Now, do you know the history of Friday the 13th?
No.
Like, do you know where it came from, actually?
I know the day it started.
Was this something about Judas or Good Friday or something
The
like that?
unlucky association of this day actually stretches back centuries to Nordic times, like Nordic folklore. So according to myth, the 12 primary deities of the Nordic pantheon threw a dinner party in Valhalla, which sounds like fun. The trickster god who, Loki, he showed up uninvited as the 13th guest and orchestrated the murder by mistletoe death of Balder the Beautiful, god of light and gladness. Balder's death brought grief to the world and solidified the bad vibes of the number 13. Now, Friday's no fun. It's all death in the Bible. 13 people were present at the Last Supper. Judas was the last to get there. He was the 13th guest.
Judas, always late.
Friday comes into biblical play in a couple different ways. Jesus was crucified on the Friday after the Last Supper, and according to lore, Friday marks the day that Cain killed Abel, and Eve offered Adam the downfall apple of knowledge. And notable things that happened on Friday the 13th, the massacre of the Knights Templar in 1307, the bombing of Buckingham Palace in 1940. Tupac Shakur died.
Whoa.
On a Friday the 13th?
On Friday the 13th.
Get out. Get out. It's like
Just saying.
it's like things happen every
On
day,
days.
and-
It's just like things
On
happen
days.
on days. It's nuts.
And yeah, you can.
And then you
Put
can
'em all
draw
together.
like, oh my God, something bad happened on Thursday the 12th. Many Thursdays the 12th. You could draw a conclusion to oh my God, Thursday the 12th is a bad day too.
Something has happened on every day, and now ruining all days. We should add days. Would you guys like to forward any names for added days? The 8th day. The 8th day shall be
I don't know.
It'll be Rizz Day.
I
if
don't
it
want to
was-
mess with stuff.
If it was up to you.
Because you're superstitious.
I don't want to mess with things. Locally, a guy who threw a French bulldog out a window.
What?
Oh, come on, man. It's
Should I warn you about this?
6:36. Yeah.
Golly,
look how-
dude.
Trigger warning,
At least-
dead dog.
You don't know trigger warnings.
At least
on
it's
this
an
show.
athlete, I'm sure.
We're all adults here.
landed on
You
all
don't need
fours.
a trigger warning.
What happened? Why would you hit it? Just you gotta
Well, I'm just getting through the stories. I never got to this.
ease us in. What?
You can't go from cucumber dudes
cute
doing
stories.
cucumbers to, hey, everybody's throwing this French bulldog out a window.
Trigger warning. Happy ending?
There's no trigger warning.
Happy ending?
I think the dog's all right.
Oh,
that's
man,
good.
that's a huge.
You
happy
think?
ending.
That's good.
How's the
Well, this
person?
happened last year. So the guy who did it has just been sentenced.
Oh, I remember this story. We talked about this last year.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened? I don't.
I should have
remember
said
this at all.
update.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a person that got upset with his friend.
This
right?
was a Swamp Justice Court story, I believe.
No, okay, that may be another one. So this guy
Oh, Lord.
threw a French bulldog puppy out a window. He pled guilty to drug and weapon charges on top of the animal abuse. So 24-year-old guy, Landon Allen, took a plea deal earlier this summer for a drug charge, but a federal judge just sentenced him to 6 years in prison yesterday.
Good.
So police were investigating 2 stolen French bulldogs last October. And we talked about it because
It's $50.
that is like the most
Expensive.
stolen dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like, remember, I think Lady Gaga's
Yes.
dog walker. Remember, he was shot, and her bulldogs were stolen.
And she prosecuted the people who stole the dogs. She actually found out who did it.
Hey, didn't you put out the reward, and somebody who was associated
Yep.
with the robber was
They
like,
got-
oh, I know who did it. I get the reward. And she's like, nope.
Nope, you're going
Oh,
to jail.
man. Dude, dogs are so expensive right now too, and especially, I mean, the Frenchies are like the,
The
most
French
expensive,
bulldogs
right?
are the most expensive ones out there, so they're being stolen left and right.
Poor things.
So police are investigating 2 stolen French bulldogs last October. Officers set up a meeting to buy the dogs, and that's when they arrested the seller. Now, as they were trying to recover one of the dogs, A dog was thrown out of the third-story window. Inside the apartment, police found this guy, Landon Allen, hiding in a closet with 105 capsules of fentanyl in his pocket. More empty capsules were found, as well as 2 guns and a press to make pills. The owner of the dog says the puppy was 4 months old at the time, was taken to a hospital for recovery. That's all I know. But 6 years in prison for this guy.
Good.
Dang, dude. Wowie, wowie.
Makes my blood boil when people abuse animals.
What makes you more angry, the fentanyl or the puppy?
Well, it all makes me angry. But I mean, the fentanyl, you got to actively decide to do drugs, I guess, and that's the risk you take. Like, you are doing drugs, could be laced with fentanyl. So you're involved in that, unless you're drugged. Somebody who abuses an animal just actively decides, I'm going to abuse this animal.
And it's an innocent animal. It's a
completely
puppy.
innocent. Yeah. With no choice.
Right.
I'm just a puppy.
That's
I'm
a
cute
great point. I'm glad you said that, because at the time they were neck and neck as far as which one's worse, and I wasn't sure. So thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. Follow me for more tips.
I'm serious. I was like, man, I don't know which one's worse, but yeah, you're right. The dog is way worse. God dang, dude.
6 years.
Bye.
When you said out the window, I thought you were talking about a car window, and then you said third story.
No,
Like, that
third
got
story.
Little
worse.
thing. Just trying to exist. Animals don't know what's up.
Dude, I will say, man, puppies are crazy expensive right now. And maybe this has been happening, and I just haven't been in the market for a puppy for some time. But we were at this pet store we hadn't been to before, and I guess they kind of specialize. It's a racket, man. It's a racket for sure. I don't know what their whole thing is, but like you think that you're buying like food and you're going in there, but it's a puppy shop for sure. And there's no prices on any. It's not like the old mall pet stores where you saw them and you saw a price and it was whatever. Man, they got these adorable dogs, and we look at this tiny little Chihuahua puppy, man. And I've been preaching the coolness of Chihuahuas to my girls for some time since we lost my Chihuahua, and we held him, dude. And my wife, like, I saw the turn, because my wife was like, "Yo, this is the coolest
you don't want to
puppy
second
ever."
dog. Don't do it.
You know what they did? They gave us a little piece of paper with the number on it. You know how much this thing costs?
How much?
I want you to guess.
A
For a
chihuahua?
Chihuahua?
For a Chihuahua.
I know for
So
like
they're going to pay you.
I know for like a French bulldog, it's like $5,000.
Yeah. It's okay. So just go with Chihuahua.
$1,000?
Would that be expensive to you?
I don't know. I don't
Chihuahua
know.
would be very expensive.
That's what I thought too. $4K, guys.
Oh, $4,000.
$4K. Whoa. Or $75 a month
Well,
for
you
6
can't
years.
put a price on a new best friend.
Yes, you can.
Whoa.
Somebody in the chat just said that Missouri is the #1 state with the most puppy mills, and I just looked it up. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Humane Society says that Missouri is the worst.
Yeah, in mid-Missouri, there's
Really?
a lot of these
23 problematic puppy mills in
Yeah.
Missouri.
It's been a problem.
I just
That's why
couldn't
go
believe
rescue a dog.
That's where I got Bo.
A puppy mill?
The one they raided and shut down.
I wonder if, do you remember what city?
Kansas City.
Oh, okay. I got my puggle back in '09 from a breeder. I don't think it was a puppy mill. I think it was a breeder.
Yeah, we got Cat from a breeder out at the Lake of the Ozarks, but new dog is a rescue.
Yeah.
This one was like they shut it down. It was like where they keep the moms like on their side to nurse or whatever. It was bad, man. He was like a
That's so
rescue.
sad.
They rescued him and all his brothers and sisters, and they were just like trying to find homes for him. That's why I drove to KC to get his little fat ass.
I'm on a pug rescue Facebook group, and so for Missouri, which is great. So there's so many if you want a, quote unquote designer dog, there's so many rescue groups that actively are looking for people to like foster or adopt, and you can get on these kind of notifications.
Well, remember there was 137 Chihuahuas or whatever that was surrendered at that one place. So my wife and I, after she fell in love with that thing, and we said, "Oh no, thanks," and put it back. We started looking at those. Whew, some of them are in rough shape.
Yeah, they're in bad shape. Hey, just the guy that threw the dog out the window, he was selling the fentanyl.
That sucks. Yeah, I mean, that sucks.
He was, just so you know, he was selling.
I know, that's what I mean.
Selling
But
the
somebody's
fentanyl.
buying it, and then people are buying the fentanyl from their dealers, and then they're deciding to do the fentanyl, and I hate it.
He seems pretty bright, because I think it would be smarter to toss the fentanyl and keep the dog, and I don't think you get as much trouble.
Always
but-
toss the fentanyl, Scott.
I don't know. Maybe that's
Try
what he,
flushing the dog.
Maybe
Didn't
that's what he
work.
meant to do.
Flush
Maybe.
the dog. Yeah, so doped up when an idiot.
Right.
Flush the dog. E-cigarettes and kids. Let's talk about that for a second. E-cigarettes and kids.
Okay.
Are we Are we talking an increase this year or a decrease this year?
I hope it's a decrease. I don't see many kids smoking at recess.
Kids
so
don't smoke cigarettes
I would
anymore.
say that it's a decrease.
Kids are not smoking cigarettes anymore.
Yeah, I don't
they're vaping. They're doing the e-cigarette thing.
Yeah. My daughter was talking about some sassy girl in class does it in class.
In class.
Whoa.
In class. Like the teacher will be kind of not paying attention or whatever, and she'll just be back there and go, bam, and hits it.
Hit the old douche flute.
Yeah, and you're just like, that's the new cigarette, and it's easier to get away with.
Yes. Yeah. So is teen e-cigarette use decreasing or increasing?
Drastically increasing.
Drastically
As far
increasing.
as
I'm saying decreasing.
Decreasing.
what I'm hearing.
I don't know. They're kind of getting square, so I could see it increasing from when? Last year?
Yeah, year over year.
I'll
2023 to 2024.
say decrease.
Decreasing.
I
Scott?
think it's decreasing.
it is drastically decreasing.
Awesome.
Which is
Yeah.
good news.
Way to
Oh,
go,
man.
kids.
Which is good news.
That's great news.
It is. It's not good.
According to the government, and this comes as more schools are now installing these high-tech vape detectors in bathrooms and locker rooms to keep the kids from vaping. And I kind of looked into how these things work. Mm-hmm. And some districts, and they're expensive, these vape detectors. But some districts are using money from a $1.7 billion legal settlement against Juul Labs to pay for the devices.
That's good use then.
Juul, the maker of probably one of the
Singer.
JUUL.
Oh.
I thought that company shut down or got sued or something changed.
Yeah, well, they had to settle for $1.7 billion, and some of these school districts have taken some of that money and using them to install these vape detectors.
Are they still going though?
I don't know. So here are the numbers. 1.63 million, or 6% of high school and middle school students reported using e-cigarettes this year, compared to 2.13 million, or 7.7% last year. So it's down a lot. It's down quite a bit. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says the long-term effects of vaping are not understood, but that for teens, nicotine-related changes in the brain may affect attention and learning and memory. So no bueno to a developing brain. Mm-hmm. Now, in 2022, Juul, Juul, settled some 5,000 lawsuits from states, counties, and school districts that alleged that they had been using deceptive marketing aimed at kids and then neglected to prevent underage sales of their products. And since then, more suits have been settled. Money from the settlements has been used by schools to install these vape detectors. Now, these things, they look like a home smoke detector. They cost about $1,000 each. So they send an email or text message to somebody in the school officials every time vape smoke is detected. It also works with THC or CBD. They also detect loud noises that might indicate, hey, somebody's fighting in here, or like loud toots. I don't know. So I guess the staff has signaled also if somebody tampers with them. Vape detectors are also integrated with security cameras. So if you're vaping and try to run out, they'll catch you. So a staff member can respond immediately. They might still be able to identify the student who's been vaping if everything's all integrated together.
I don't know if that's necessarily the reason that vaping is down among young people. I just think that they're more health conscious than generations
Think
have
so?
ever
Maybe.
been.
Squares.
Which is great. I mean, they're sleeping more, they're having sex less, they're not drinking alcohol as much, they're not smoking cannabis as much, they're not smoking. Like, the generation that we're so annoyed with for how neurotic they seem will be the ones who outlive all the generations before, and actually, hopefully, the planet's good.
They are
We'll have
pointing a
great
lot
life.
to this, though, by eliminating it from schools. Like, because they would hide in the bathroom and then either share with each other or, hide in a stall and just do it themselves. Mm-hmm. It just takes away another place they could do it. Yeah, sure. They can go home and do it. But this just takes a place away.
Yeah.
Okay, so vaping down among kids. Unruly behavior on airplanes, up or down?
Up, way up.
Well, it
Up
depends.
or down?
If it's during the flight, I guess.
It's been a minute
Stop
since
it,
we heard
Scott.
about it.
Okay.
I'm going to go positive. We'll say down.
Down?
Down.
Down?
I'm sorry, up.
Up. Okay.
Apologies.
From last year?
Yes.
I feel like coming out of,
Over the past 3 years. Over the past 3 years.
I feel like coming out of the pandemic, it was real weird, real bad. So it could have gone down. But I've been on planes recently, and I'm going to say up.
Up.
I'm going to say people have really chilled out, and no, they haven't. It's up.
It's up. Okay, so everybody says up. Unruly behavior on airplanes is down a lot.
All right.
Wow.
A lot.
Good
Now,
news.
you know, we kind of focus on the negative all the time on this show. What? Crazy. And, you know, if we get a story of a guy peeing on another passenger on a plane, no, of course we'll talk about that. But overall, remember when every domestic flight was like a scene from Fight Club? Those days seem to be drawing to a close. A new report found unruly behavior on airplanes has fallen 75% in the past 3 years.
Way to go,
I
everybody.
flew a lot this year, and you know what I noticed is up? And tell me if you guys feel this way as well. I feel like chatter is up.
Happy
People talking to each other?
People talking to each other, or one person talking to someone else, or the row. I feel like every flight I've been on, there's a chatterbox that just won't stop. It's like they got 2020. They just bagged up all the words that they would have said for that year, and they're just dumping it on airplanes in 2024, which is fine, because the rest of us can put it in our earbuds and whatever, drown it out. But I feel like there's been a lot of chatter.
I haven't noticed that, but you fly more than I do. But so the FAA has only received 1,454 reports since January of unruly behavior, compared to almost 6,000
Wow.
in 2021. But with that being said, that is still higher than before COVID, but it's more in line with what was going on pre-pandemic. So they could point to a couple different reasons as to why we're beating each other up on planes less than we used to. Number one is no mask mandates. Like, those mandates caused the most fights by far during the pandemic.
Rules.
When they were dropped in 2022, incidents fell. So when the mask mandates were dropped in 2022, incidents fell 50% in a single week. So number one.
Fight
Number
about
two,
rules.
different people are traveling. The airlines slashed prices back then to get us flying again, and that led to what? A lot of rookie flyers who didn't know the rules. And there were also far more vacationers back then and fewer business travelers.
Wow, that is telling. Sad to say, but man, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
And what really is the kind of twist on this as to why they're saying that fights are down on airplanes, airplanes are serving alcohol again. Now, can you try to figure out why that would cause fights to go down?
Sleeping increased.
Daddy's asleep.
That is because I was like, damn, that kind of seems to be against what I would think.
Right. That's ironic.
But why do you think? And it makes 100% sense.
Anxious flyers.
Nope.
Scott said sleep. People,
They're
it's putting
holding-
people asleep.
Their beverage, they spent money on it,
Nope.
they don't want to spill it.
Nope. People were getting hammered in the terminals.
Oh, and now they're spreading it out.
People were at the airport bars
Oh,
getting hammered,
dude.
and then getting like holding it their liquor enough
Yeah.
to get past where the ticket need to get on the plane, and then losing it once they get on the plane.
Dude, that makes so much sense, and it reminds me of this experience I had in Wales. I went to a soccer match, and like English and British soccer matches can get gnarly, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the big stadiums, they do not allow alcohol. This was the last year in the stadium in Cardiff City that they were using called Ninian Park, and this thing was like falling down. They had just built this new Millennium Stadium. It was incredible, but this was the last season they were using this one. Dilapidated, and they were still going by the old rules. Old rules were they couldn't sell alcohol during the game. So everybody would just get loaded before and then at halftime, and not in the seat area, but you could go into the little wings. I don't know. I forget what they're called, but the corridors, and you could buy beer at halftime. So everybody at halftime goes and what did I do? I ran down there and I bought 6 John Smiths, and you're not allowed to bring it back to your seats.
So you pounded them.
So you just pound. So all of a sudden, like, all the corridors are just filled, and everybody's just grabbing these 2-pound beers, and you just bam, 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 bam. And then the second half, what happens?
Hits everybody at once.
Dude, everybody just gets hit right about minute 5, 10 in. And everybody has their cups, their empty cups. So what was the supporter section doing next to the people peeing in them and then throwing them on the other people?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So there's this net that would stop the cups, but around the net for 10 feet on both sides, it was just drenched.
Splash zone.
So I can see the airport's basically turned into halftime.
Yeah, well, you were out of the airport bar. You were trying to get as many drinks in you as possible. You get onto the plane hammered, and right at the beginning of a flight is when you kind of got to settle down, put your seatbelt on, settle into your seat, get into your seat, and that's when the fights would break out.
Wow.
So you think airplanes not serving alcohol would be, would calm things down? No. In some cases, it made things worse. USA, greatest country in the world.
What an interesting experiment.
No, it's just not. Listen, it's just not an American problem. This was a problem worldwide.
Okay. And you think a lot of the reason it's going down too is because the people cause problems are all no longer allowed to fly?
Maybe they've all been.
They're on a list.
Yeah, they're grounded. I guess you could say.
They've weeded out the bad ones. So Rafe, you were a bartender for many years.
Correct.
Lern, you were never a bartender, were you?
I did it occasionally. I was a cocktail server.
Cocktail server. Moon, you never were.
I've only done celebrity bartending, and it lasts for like 7 minutes because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. People ask they say words I don't understand. They're drinks that I could never make. I don't know.
I'll have a Captain and Coke. You got to get me out of here.
Well, even that, I don't even know how much of what to put in there. You know what I mean? I'm just so amateur that I'm
Captain who?
worthless.
I've been to a lot of bars.
Right
I got to do it one night at DB's.
Everyone thinks they can do it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's so much harder than people
it's
think.
a lot harder than
It's a job everyone thinks they can do.
Shout out to bartenders. But there was a big Reddit thread where bartenders were commiserating with each other. And I ask you, Rafe Williams, and to a little lesser extent, cocktail waitress Lern, what day of the week were the worst customers out there?
Whoa.
Bartenders reveal what day the worst customers come out.
Well,
And it was across the board. 90% of the bartenders were like, yep, this is the day.
Is it something like a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
well,
the
I
hump
don't
day
think
has
it'll be
specials?
Sunday, Monday, because that's bartender weekend, and that's awesome because you almost exclusively get other people in the industry come out and they tip fat. So I'm going to take Sunday and Monday off the
Okay.
table. I would say midweek because that's when usually you have drink specials to try to get people out, usually
Okay,
cheap
try to
ones.
entice them, okay.
And you get cheap people. And it's midweek, so they're not necessarily having a good time. You're probably getting lonely, commiserating, broke people coming in. And Thursday's usually picking up. Friday and Saturday might suck, but you're going to make a lot of money. So I'm going to say...
Now, I'm just talking worst customers.
Yeah, but that's hard to say because the worst customers are sometimes the best nights. I mean, it's never fun to be out on a Saturday night waiting on completely drunk people. It's the hardest night of work, but it's also the most money you make. Everybody wants to work
So what
Saturday.
day of the week you're saying?
I'm going to say I'll just go midweek and say Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. Anybody else would want to fashion a guess?
I'm thinking Friday for some reason.
Friday for
Stands
the
out.
worst customers.
Yeah, just because you've gotten the week over, you're kicking off your weekend.
I'm curious to know what they're
Revving up.
classifying as worst.
Yeah. So I
Worst
would say
tipping, worst behaving.
Attitude, yeah.
Yeah.
I still
if
say
it's
Tuesday
if
or
it's
Wednesday.
behavior and all that kind of stuff, I can see Saturday being the one that's the most annoying because everyone's coming out to really have a good time.
Okay. Across the board, they're saying Sunday. Bartenders do deal with some interesting people and situations, but there's one day of the week that brings out the worst customers, and they say Sunday.
NFL. can't be. That can't be, right?
It's like some of the what some people are saying. Like Sunday people cut from a different cloth. They used to call it the experimental dining day. Somebody said, I unfortunately see the worst people on Sundays where I live. It's like that's when all the a-holes come out.
Whoa.
Last Sunday, I was yelled at twice in 20 minutes over asinine things. Today was the first Sunday off in 2 months, and it's been the best mental health day I've ever known.
Oh, man.
Sundays are literally the Wild West of restaurant service. Yep, I've always called Sunday nights weirdos and a-holes night.
Is it because of that whole thing? Like, I don't know if you guys have this. I do. On Sundays, sometimes you get real pissy just because you're like, weekend's over. Weekend's over. You know, you start, like, there's, what
Sunday
do they call
scaries.
it? Yeah, Sunday scaries.
They did bring that up.
The something dread. Like, people are just kind of weird.
Somebody said, people on Sunday, the Sunday crowd are more prone to get hammered and just generally awful because they're trying to get their last little bit of freedom before the 40 hours plus,
Yeah.
The Monday 9 to 5.
Huh.
The 9 to 5 is coming up.
Man, that's...
Oh, Corey from DB says, been in way more fights on a Sunday.
Really, on a Sunday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it can't be the NFL crowd, because like, every time we're down there for Sundays, for, NFL stuff at DB's, everybody's so chill. You're there for hours. People are pacing themselves. They're eating. They're happy.
Well, so another person said, oh, boy, I live in the Bible Belt. The buckle of the Bible Belt. The churchgoers I used to have to handle at Sunday brunch services were the effing worst.
Churchgoers going to a bar after church?
Well,
Like after
Sunday
church?
brunch for Sundays after Sunday services.
Oh, brunches. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sunday diners and bar patrons are going out because no one feels like cooking Sunday. Brunchers might be hungover, and folks who went out Friday and Saturday feel like they spent too much money. They didn't get everything they wanted done over the weekend, and they take it out on the servers.
Yeah, I guess I didn't take that in. I thought we were talking straight bartending.
Yeah, I did
didn't
too.
take that into account. I wasn't thinking about food service.
Well, and they kind of
Because
lump
at the
it all.
bar I
They
worked
kinda lump
at,
it all
honestly,
in.
Sunday night was awesome because it was all bartenders who just made a big fat stack of money all weekend and been working. That's like their night off.
However, yeah, well, somebody did write, like, Sundays are always my money day. I was chill. I would send everyone home and rock it myself.
Yep.
The people who came in were always relaxed. Love Sundays.
It's interesting. I guess it just depends on where you're at.
But somebody else says, by dinner time, the Sunday scaries are pulsing at full volume, reminding every person in your bar or dining room that they must return to work tomorrow morning. Just annoying. Just being annoying.
Oh, man. We had like Tuesday night where it would be like dollar stags, $1.50, $1.75 Miller Lights, and it'd be old dudes tipping a quarter on every beer.
Oh, yeah?
And I'd be like, this is awful.
Come on, man.
A quarter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Colin says, was managing and working at a bar and coffee shop in New Orleans a couple of years ago. Customers were absolutely the worst, especially the post-church crowd. Maybe they figured, hey, I got the church thing out of the way. I've been absolved of all my sin. I'm good. Clean slate. F y'all. I see the argument about Sundays being the worst. Are you in a foul mood on a Sunday? I think after, you know what? I get the Sunday scaries when the 3 o'clock football games come on.
Yeah, that's about the time I get it too. Not because of the football being on, but
That's kind of like the moment, like,
That's the
oh
marker.
man, it's
countdown starts. Got to get in bed at some point.
like the weekend's winding down. 3 o'clock, I start to go, okay, what do I got to do to get work?
Yeah, your mind is already...
What do I got to do to get ready for work on Monday? I'll start thinking about the show for Monday. Then my mood turns kind of, you don't want to be around me.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I have a friend who just shifted careers, and he had a job that was like real creative heavy, and kind of similar to ours, I guess, in the mental games of it, and how it's handled. And he switched a career to that's very based on, I don't even know how you say it, but like it's very based on his production while he's at work, kind of 9 to 5, kind of. And I said, hey man, you liking the new thing? And he said, dude, you know what I'm liking? is the fact that my mind is literally only on my family. It's only on whatever I'm doing, where I'm at. So what do you mean? He goes, I don't think about work on Sunday night anymore, or on Thursday evening, or whatever, or while I'm eating dinner with my family. I only think about work right when I get to work. And then he's like, I'm more productive. It's awesome, and it's changed my whole life.
Well, the most envious I am of somebody who's got a good, well-paying job is my buddy who's a pilot, and he's a pilot for a private airline company, and business people will rent out these jets, and he works. He travels a lot. Obviously, he's a pilot, and he's gone from his family for 10 to 14 days at a time. But when he shuts that plane off, that's it.
That's it. He's not stressing about flying.
He goes home and he is 1,000% present for his family because he does not have to think about anything.
Yeah.
Does he get to do the international flights?
No, he's just.
Oh, because those are awesome. Because you usually go over there. You're there for a week or two, and
now, mind you, when he's on call, so he's got to basically go to, like, he'll go to Amarillo, let's say. Like, he'll fly to Spirit, go to Amarillo, and he's got to be on call. And, these people want to go back to wherever or go to another destination. You got to kind of hang out in the hotel for a couple of days, waiting for these rich business folk to summon you to bring them to another destination. But the envious part is when he is done with work and he checks the final thing off that checklist and signs his name, he's done until the next time he's got to fly somewhere.
Yeah, that's what this guy was saying.
That is friggin' awesome.
I've never had that experience. I'm not sure I'm built for that. But yeah, change this dude's life for sure. I'm not even sure how that would work. I've never been able to think like that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Since I was 17, I was doing multiple jobs, constantly thinking about, what I can be doing to provide for my family and, and better my situation. And I've never had the luxury.
This dude makes great money. I mean, I tell him constantly I hate him. My jealousy.
Well, that's cool.
Well, listen, if you're looking for a new career, and this will be our final thing before we move on. If you're looking to shift careers, here is a fresh option. A guy in Spain claims he is making very, very good money working as a professional wedding destroyer.
Ah. What?
This man is a professional wedding destroyer. Brides with cold feet supposedly hire this guy to show up and object to the wedding so they don't have to go through with it.
This is the breakup gorilla, dude.
Yeah.
Somebody stole my idea. And I
The
love
breakup
it.
gorilla?
Yeah, I've always said I thought you should just be able to send like a guy in a gorilla suit.
I don't know how hairy this guy is. He may be hairy. I don't know.
It's the same concept. I always wanted to send a guy in a gorilla suit. And once he comes to your house and breaks up with someone on your behalf, you can't contact him anymore. It's just it's a rule. It's a law. We get it passed. Like,
Hey, once you spot the breakup gorilla coming to your house, you go, man.
Is it me?
I think this is a myth. I don't think that the breakup gorilla or the wedding destroyer, I don't think that that's ever organically happened. I don't think that, and if I'm wrong, please, I would love to hear the story of you being a guest at a wedding and
saying, "Does
the bride
anybody
is
object?"
walking down and somebody busts in and goes, "You can't marry him," or "You can't marry her." I don't think that's ever happened. I think everybody secretly hopes it happens, but it never does.
Well, he says it started as a joke. He posted a silly ad offering to rescue brides from their wedding for 500 euros or about $550 a pop. Then women actually started hiring him, and he's booked through the end of the year. His ad says, if you have doubts or don't want to get married and don't know how to refuse, don't worry anymore. I'll object to your wedding. You just need to tell me the time, the place, and the date. He shows up, waits until the officiant asks if anybody objects. Then he pretends he's an old flame, and the bride runs off with him.
Wow.
What a waste of money and time for all involved, even the bride.
He says it doesn't always go well. People at the wedding tend to get upset, as you'd expect. So there's an extra $50 fee for every slap he gets.
What? That's so genius.
Man.
He baked in
If I get beat up,
fee
A
for
slap fee.
if I get beat up,
Slap
it's
tax.
extra.
This is great.
That's friggin'
And listen, I don't know if
brilliant.
this is true or not. It's pretty
Did you see
funny.
a picture of him?
Yeah, let me see
He's-
this guy.
It's awesome.
pull up
This
the
is
wedding
the
picture.
perfect guy
Dated.
because
Pull up the weddings, the Spanish wedding destroyer.
I
yeah,
do
Lern, are you expecting the most handsome man on the planet?
Yes.
Okay. This is great. This is the
he-
perfect
oh,
guy.
I wonder what he looks
What?
like. I didn't
Let's
look him
see. I
up.
got to check him out.
I do feel like
Oh, jeez.
Is he handsome?
Isn't it awesome? How mad would that?
Is he handsome?
No, man. I mean, no. No.
Is he bad looking? What does he look like?
He
Show
just
me.
looks like a normal. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just.
he
This
looks
is
like a
not the
plumber.
guy. This is not the guy that's showing up and stealing your wife before you have a wife.
That guy?
This is the guy.
well, it's an easier letdown, I guess.
No, I think
No, it's like you're leaving me for this guy?
Tracy, I still love you.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, but it will throw confusion
Yeah, for sure.
into the mix, which maybe is a good thing. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, he's so.
If it was that guy, okay,
Yeah.
that's AI for sure. But this guy's not AI.
This is the real deal right here.
Hang on, I've had a few friends that have gone through the whole call off the wedding and did it way too late, and it was close.
Yes.
Sure.
and it was
I'd like
not
to
good.
note that he has 2 movie quality stormtrooper helmets
Yes.
behind him in his photo.
Yes,
Yes,
he does.
which
He's got
are
and he's got a RoboCop statue.
Yeah.
You see that? Looking like a MTV Music Award, but
So we know he's rich. He's got a good collection of things.
So I mean,
We know he's a ladies' man.
Yes.
if you present like an alternative to whatever the disastrous examples that we can think of in the people that we know's lives, I mean, I don't know. I can see somebody biting and taking this bait and being like $500. I mean, help me here, help me
This is the easy way
out of this scenario in some way.
Yeah, listen, people hate confrontation.
You guys ever had that happen? Not necessarily. I've never been at a wedding where someone did it, but I did have a friend who wanted to do it. And I was like, this is a terrible idea.
The only wedding I've been to
Very Southern Illinois.
that I thought it maybe was going to happen
Really?
because these people were clearly not into each other.
Who was going to object? Like a family member?
I thought maybe one of them wouldn't show up.
No, I meant like someone literally do the thing.
do the objection?
I object.
Is it
I
like,
love you, Cynthia.
when the officiant says, "Yeah, does anybody here object to these two, getting married?"
I didn't ask that question, and we wrote our vows and wrote the ceremony out. That's not a thing that is asked all the time anymore, is there? I mean, I guess if it's a traditional, what is that, Christian wedding? Does that happen in like Jewish
I don't
weddings?
hear that anymore.
I don't really remember that being said at my wedding, although I don't remember much
But it's also one of those things that you never expected.
because I was
so
punch drunk with love.
even if we heard it, we
I
probably
love
didn't hear
that.
it. Even if it was said, we probably didn't hear it. You know what I mean? It's
When
probably
they,
happening at more weddings, but we're just tuning it out.
I have my 20th coming up, and maybe we'll renew our vows, and maybe we'll have the officiant ask that and have somebody have a plant go.
This guy.
No,
He's mine.
no.
Make it the boy.
Amelia just
No,
beats the hell out of
no.
this guy. Get
Don't
out of
marry
here.
Richard.
I had a friend that wanted to because Southern Illinois is such a small dating pool,
You may
Everybody
be
gets
marrying a
married
cousin.
young, not cousin, but you're all, there's probably your friend is probably marrying a girl that you dated for a couple years in high school. That's not that uncommon there. It's very small.
Yeah.
And I had a friend and he was hell bent. He didn't do it, thank God. But he's like, I'm going. I'm going to go
I'm
in
going to
there.
object.
I'm telling her. Who cares, man? Love is love. And I go, man, that's a terrible
Don't do it, man.
idea,
It's not a
brother.
movie.
I go, it's not going to go the way you want.
Cassandra.
Yeah.
Love
It's
is
not-
love.
This isn't a movie. This is not really a thing.
And he was invited to the wedding because it's a small. So he was going to be in the room. It wasn't like he was going to kick the door open. And I was like, man, don't drink before,
Yeah, liquid courage.
because that's what he was like.
Keep this man sober.
Yeah.
At least
I was
until
like,
the
please
reception.
don't go to the bar and have 4 or 5 cocktails before.
What even happens after you object? So the priest asks, does anybody object to these nuptials?
Well, then the crowd goes.
And then
Just to get
I
the
raise my
audible
hand.
gasp.
Everybody turns.
I object. That's not the law. You can still get
Yeah,
married.
the priest
Of
just
course,
goes,
it's not
noted.
binding. It's not a binding.
Right.
Noted, Ron's not cool with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay,
Call it
Ron,
off.
sit down.
Are you two still in love? Fine, we're still
All right,
getting
yeah, we're
married.
still
Get
going.
Ron out of here.
Right.
Get Ron out of here.
I would be curious if I always think it's going to be like a parent
Yeah.
because I'm always scared it's going to be like a mom or a dad that doesn't approve.
Yeah, but I
An
mean,
aunt. I rarely look around for like an old flame, like the movies. I'm always thinking it's going to be a family member.
Yeah.
That's like he cheated on you,
Or you're marrying a
or
bad
one
guy.
of the people in the bridal party. I'm always waiting for that.
Well, this is where the groomsmen come in. They, as a gang, go and remove the guy
I guess what they're there for.
I
for
always,
protection.
Intimidation, yeah.
when I've been in bridal parties, I mean, I've told you guys this before, like, I always have the conversation with the bride. Or I've been in my buddies' weddings before, too. I'm like, if I need to create a situation, you just give me the word,
yeah.
and I'll get us out of here.
Say the password.
That's what I do. Like, if they're like, I can't
You've
do it.
had that discussion?
I have that discussion with every friend I've married
Why
off.
would you want to put that in somebody's head?
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure this is a commitment.
Why do you want to put the doubt in their head?
I just want to make sure
Maybe
they're
she's
for
right.
real.
I would like to be your maid of doubt.
Yeah.
I'd
The
like to
maiden
plant a
of
seed
doubt.
of doubt
The
on
maiden
the
of
best
doubt.
day of your
I will
life.
take care of it all.
Have you ever been asked, like, do you know something I don't know?
No, they
you
know
trying to
who I
warn me?
am. These people that are close to me, they know I'm an idiot. But like, they also
Let's get a
know
little
that if
negativity
they
in the bridal
need me,
suite. The maiden of doubt, bring her in.
bring her in. No, they just know, like, whatever they need, I got you. And so, and they've all been married, and they've all had beautiful marriages.
You trying to tell me something?
No, they don't look at it that
That's
way.
what I wanted.
Are you excited?
Best day of my life, somebody whispering in my ear.
You look.
Oh man, when I got engaged, one of my mentors, she and I went on a walk, and she's like,
It's never too late.
"You can get divorced if you get married, you can always get divorced." I'm like,
Okay.
"Thank you." Okay,
Okay.
so I've had
But if you,
How did
but
that
if you
land?
call it, but if you call it off now, there's less paperwork.
sure, but no, I mean, I don't know. I've had, I've
Did you go,
married
I
off
guess-
my friends, and I've also
Yes.
been real with them. Like,
I
hey,
know what divorce is.
yeah,
The maiden of doubt.
maiden of doubt.
Bring
right
her
here.
in. You look beautiful.
Are you sure that you want to go through with
I
this?
would not
Marriage
say
is a
that.
heavy burden. It's taxing, and it takes a lot out of you. Your hair looks nice.
We can go to Vegas
Oh, man.
right now.
Yeah, I
Did
would've-
you know that
This whole
60% of marriages
experience.
end in divorce?
Yeah, I was going to say, I would follow that warning with, you can always get divorced, but it will cost you at least, at
Yeah.
the very least, half of everything you've worked for in your entire life.
So
I'm a
if you're thinking
child of
about,
divorce.
if you have any
I know.
doubts,
See, I always hated that.
So do it
Run.
now.
That's like a groomsman thing, and I always hated that. I always thought that was like a dope move. There's always like the one guy that's like, still time, bro. You want to walk away? And I'm like, be supportive, man. Like,
yeah.
he's made up. Like, there's always one douchebag in the
No, everyone.
bridal party.
Every
She's
wedding
like a
party I've been in,
brother-in-law or a
everybody
friend
was
from high
stoked.
school.
Everybody was stoked
I
and
was
happy
keeping
and
it
getting
real,
hammered.
dude.
And,
Just keeping it real.
okay, well, that's nice of you. All right, listen, we got to take a break. But first, and that is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com from St. Louis. Trey Weisar is our team. Trey is a weekly top listener of the Rizz Show and has attended multiple Point Fest and Rizz Show events over the years. Loves how much fun the guys have on the air and all the segments on the show, especially Friday Fail Stories. Plus, anytime Lern makes fun of the guys for any and everything.
Oh,
Loves that. Trey is stoked to be part of Team Rizz and cannot wait to show off his new 2024 Team Rizz jersey at future events. Oh, and his birthday is next Wednesday. Happy birthday, Trey.
Happy birthday.
Trey Weisar from St. Louis is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back. Two things. We will see which Craigslist ad is moving on to the next round of the Free of the Year playoffs. So one ad moving on to the quarterfinals, and then we'll get into crap on celebrities. It is 7/17 Friday. I don't know if this is on your traffic map there, Moon, but on Wild Horse Creek this morning, the big stretch was closed down because of an accident. I hear it's still closed down
Oh, I'm not seeing that.
up there in Chesterfield. So if anybody knows why, like when I was coming into work this morning, I'd take Wild Horse Creek. You know that big house, Scott, overlooking the
Airport.
airport?
Yeah.
Right in front of the house, there was a huge accident. The whole road was shut down.
no.
I got to notice that some of the buses getting some of these Rockwood school kids to school are going to be late because of that. If anybody knows why, let me know.
There is some backup just a little bit right in front of that neighborhood right there, that street on Wild Horse, but it's not giving me any minutes or any details.
Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to September 29th. What I am seeing is a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound just after 44. Your point forecast is going to be scattered rain, high of 77 right now to 66 at the Point Studio.
All right, backstage at Point Fest, and for the first time playing our fantastic festival, a rock and roll band that we have come to like quite a bit in the last 6 to 9 months. Gentlemen, it's great to see you from Bad Flower. Welcome to St. Louis and welcome to Point Fest. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So I want
talking into the fart mics.
Talking into the fart mics, absolutely. The first thing that I just want to like kind of cut straight to it. The song Promise Me, we're playing right now, and I love it.
Thank you.
Like, I absolutely love it. When we play it, I honestly feel like it jumps out of the speakers and just, I don't know, man, I think it just...
Victory Men's Health. It's Friday the 13th. What better day than to let your superstitions about your health get the better of you and go take care of it? Go to Victory Men's Health. Schedule yourself an appointment on victorymenshealth.com. And go to one of their 4 locations. There's one in Town and Country that we all go to, one in Nicho Fallon, Illinois and Missouri. And there's also one, a brand new one in Sunset Hills, and they just got cardiovascular testing. So they're adding more weapons to their arsenal to help you get back to be feeling 100% yourself. So don't wait. Now's the time. It's only just getting into fall. You could really get yourself whipped into shape before 2024 is over. With the help of Victory Men's Health, they've got all kinds of treatment plans from ED to weight loss to testosterone to peptides to vitamins to collagen and now cardiovascular health testing. And they always test your PSA when they do your blood work, which anybody over 35 should be doing to prevent prostate cancer. So schedule yourself an appointment. Go take care of your health in 2024. Go to victorymenshealth.com. That's victorymenshealth.com.
105.7 The Point. AO. Let's go. It's Liv Maddox, broadcasting live from the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and I am joined now by the one, the only Jelly Roll.
Yeah, baby.
How are you, sir?
I feel like I'm back home, man. I love St. Louis. It's one of my favorite cities in America for dozens of reasons. Mm-hmm. And then the last time I was here was just sheer disappointment because Point Fest got rained out that day. And
Yeah. We're still mourning that. And the crazy thing is that, you know, I wasn't here yet when that happened, but I keep hearing that when that announcement came out that it had to be pushed out, and then you couldn't make the scheduled show. People were so upset. You've got St. Louis in the palm of your hand, man. How does that feel?
No. I just love St. Louis, and they love me. I've been coming here for years. We used to play Pops.
Yep.
I probably played Pops 30 times in my life.
And now here you are at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Awesome.
Well,
yes. With limited tickets. You're like limited as in get in your car and come on and grab
exactly. Got to get here, box office. The music doesn't start till 7. You still got time to settle in before Jelly Roll hits the stage. Now, what's really cool about you, Jelly Roll, is that, and I promise you this isn't a commentary on your size, is that you don't fit into a box musically. Right. You got the hip-hop, you got the country, you got the rock all in one. So if somebody comes up and they're like, Liv, what kind of musician is Jelly Roll? What do I say?
He's a music man.
He's a music man.
Right, listen, so in the 90s, I was listening to Korn.
Okay.
But I also knew every single word of Gin and Juice.
Okay.
And secretly, as a Southern boy, I knew every single word of Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence, right? Mm-hmm. So that was the 90s.
Is where fun and fantasy meet. So this weekend, let's say the kids are going to be at the grandparents' house. So it's you and it's your lady, or it's you and your guy, and man, you got the whole place to yourself. On the way home today, stop at Patricia's. Get some sexy supplies for the weekend. It's going to be weekend. We're staying in. It's going to be rainy. We're staying in. Sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for for women and men. Male enhancers, lotions, lubes, everything you need for a good time. They got it at Patricia's. We were just talking about weddings. If you're the person in charge of the bachelor or bachelorette party, you got to go to Patricia's for your supplies. And you got 3 very convenient locations. St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit, on Page, 3 miles east of Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
And if only you could make a deal with God, I know we'll eat places. Been running up that road, been running in my heels, been running on the buildings and those places. If only could. That was Kate W. Bush, Running Up the Hill. Bum, bum, bum. Hi from the outside. I mustered called 1,000 times to say I'm sorry for all things that you've done. I tried to call you, but you were not home. No, you weren't home. This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach you swords. First, you want to start with the Holiday Special, the great way to start an attack. They'll never see it coming. Next, you want to use the Festus Backswing, especially if they use the Matthew Perry. Now you want to finish with the Canterbury Slice. It's a great follow-up if they're using the Crom's Delight or the Miniature Poke. Thank you for watching. This is King Scott's Ways of the Blades. Now you know swords.
Aha! Welcome back to the farm. So today's a special day because I got Mark from Colonel Landscaping here. Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
So Mark brought us a gift, the gift of a tree. So Mark, what is it? What does this symbolize? What is this tree? What do we call this?
So this would be kind of like a statement tree. Or a memorial tree sometimes. Moving on to a new piece of land. You put this thing in there, it grows along with you as you grow with the land.
Well, a memorial would be like if I died and then you plant the shrub. So we'll call this a statement tree.
Statement tree.
So this is a statement tree courtesy of Mark and Colonel Landscaping for Rizz Farms here, which will be put up in front of the house and it'll be on the farm for forever.
Yep.
All right, so Mark, what kind of tree is this?
This is an autumn blaze maple. So it's gonna get beautiful fall colors. It's a relatively fast grower, so it's going to get nice and big, give the house some shade.
Oh, awesome. So we need to put this into the ground, which I've never planted a tree before, so...
Oh, you're going to get your education today.
Oh, nice. So let's get it off the trailer.
All right.
And into the ground.
Yes, sir.
And how much does this thing weigh?
Probably about...
This is coming up. We've been talking about punk rock Christmas, and I want to tell you about Trim Light Southeast Missouri. Trim Light Southeast Missouri. Just go to trimlightsemo.com. Residential and commercial, we are talking about a lighting system that's innovative that allows customers to have permanent exterior lighting that's professionally installed on your home or your business, eliminating the hassle and worry of hanging Christmas lights or or holiday lights or any sort of lights ever again. I know a lot of people getting decks and you want to put lights and dangle that kind of stuff. First of all, that can be costly because you're replacing it every couple of years and all that. I'm telling you, check out Trim Light Southeast Missouri. All that they can do, you can even get a free quote today. Go to their website. You can use the QR code right there or give them a call. Better yet, have them come by, see them in person. They love their customers. You can schedule a free estimate on their website right there. Permanent lifetime warranty with millions of colors and options. If you're like me and you're sick of hanging lights every single year and then you got to get them down so your neighbors don't judge you by February or March or whatever the date is, and you're constantly just upkeeping and upkeeping. This is the coolest experience, and you can have it, you know, cool white lights just on the front by your doorway during normal, throughout the year. And then on Halloween, you can change them to Halloween colors. You have so many different options, and of course, we have the Halloween colors in the studio out here from Trimlight SEMO. Check them out. Trimlight Southeast Missouri, serving our area now. TrimlightSEMO.com.
Backstage at Point Fest, and I'm completely honored to be joined by Ed from Live. This is one of my childhood dreams, to always talk to you every time you're in town.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Been following you. I was telling your tour manager, I've been following you guys since, and I'm sorry if nobody out there cares, but I'm going to walk down memory lane with you. MTV 120-minute tour, Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Shrine Moss.
Rizz.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RiZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Rafe's in memoriam on the way. Friday fail stories. We'll give away some concert tickets. And joining us in studio with a very sparkly jacket on, ladies and gentlemen, the king of the clowns, Clownvis.
What's up, gang?
What's that?
Good Friday morning.
Great to see you. You know, we've had some weird stuff happen this morning.
Yeah.
Things are all off. Something happened on Casey this morning with a programming issue. Learn how to go fix it. We announced the wrong Team Rizz member of the day today.
See?
Oh, my gosh.
So, hey, sorry, Trey. You are next Friday.
Ouch.
Today's Team Rizz member of the day is Sarah Hake
Yes.
from Oklahoma, Missouri. Sarah,
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah, daily listener to the Rizz Show, always brightens her day to start off mornings with the crew. Both she and her kids love to play 3 and 5 after listening to the show, and she loves all the laughs and good conversations it brings during her commute to work. So congratulations, Sarah. You are today's official Team Rizz member of the day. Trey is next Friday. Clownvis, great to see you, buddy. Tonight, you and Craig Gass at the
yes.
Westport Funny Bone.
The legendary, I like to call it the legendary Westport Funny Bone. One of the most legendary comedy clubs. 30 years of laughs at this place, the Funny Bone.
Have you played up there before?
I did it once or twice, yeah, a couple times. You know, I think I did it with Craig Gass a couple of years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. I opened up for him. But this time, I'm opening up for him tonight and Sunday night at the Funny Bone in Westport. And I'm taking a slightly different approach. I'm going to try to be funny.
That'll be interesting.
Normally, sometimes at the I do a lot of different style venues, and sometimes at the comedy clubs, I could just confuse people. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes
They don't know what's coming.
No, you know, there's a very and Rafe, you can attest to this. You know, there's kind of a standard format for comedy clubs.
Sure.
So when you get up there and just start singing these songs, sometimes people get to scratching their heads. They don't know whether to
What
laugh
is
or
this?
what. You know.
Yeah.
So I've made it. And we'll see. This could go either way. I'm going to try to be funny.
Listen, once you walk out there, the place is going to light up. I mean, you bring light to every room you walk into.
But then I got to do that for like 19 more minutes.
People are always stoked to see you. Once they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, Clownvis," I mean, the place is going to go nuts.
Thanks. Well, look, man, that's what I'm hoping, man. And I'm so comfortable at the Funny Bone. You know, it's one of my favorite haunted comedy clubs. Is it haunted? I think it's haunted.
I think
so.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just
Love
going
that.
to assume it is. Yeah.
Well, on Friday the 13th.
It's got to be haunted by Louis Anderson or somebody's ghost. Got to be hanging out there.
And then Saturday, you've got a gig with Four Hands.
Saturday, I'm going to be at the Whiskey Ring. Yeah, it's to promote the Clownvis beer for Four Hands Brewing, and we're going to be down at the Whiskey Ring on Cherokee. I'll be hosting a show down there. Jeffy and the Sunken Heads is the band that's playing, and we're going to be giving away prizes and drinking the Clownvis beer, and it'll be a good time.
Nice. You got a full weekend.
I try to stay busy.
Well, idle time is the devil's plaything.
That's right. I don't want to be the devil's plaything.
No. Now, Rafe, tomorrow was to check an item off his bucket list and skydive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was to.
Yeah.
Well, there is some news. You know, we got this Hurricane Francine.
Friday the 13th, dude.
Kind of sitting on top of us.
Francine.
And Rafe, if you want to tell everybody what the deal is.
Yeah, so the event is officially postponed.
Not canceled.
Not canceled. We're looking at next weekend, and I believe Luke from Skydiving STL will be in contact with everybody. He's already moved half of the jumpers to next weekend. I'm available next weekend. I think we're going to try to move the event to next Saturday. If that doesn't work, we'll look at October 5th. I will have a concrete answer for you Monday.
So that would be the 21st, which actually works for me, Rafe, just so you know.
For you to be out there.
For me to be out there.
Wow, what a day. I hate to... so possibly next weekend on the 21st. I would say that's at 90% going to be the date. He said weather looks clear.
Boy, you know what? And you know what? A lot of RizzShow listeners signed up to jump with Rafe. I mean, a lot.
There's like almost 200 people signed up.
A lot.
Wow.
And you know, you got the... Have you ever done skydiving
I've never
before?
done skydiving.
Okay,
no.
so leading up to it, there is a definite, like, anticipation, a little doubt.
Sure.
Slight doubt. And then you're like, all right, Saturday's the day. And you're telling everybody Saturday is the day.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of build up the nerve. I'm going to do this. And then you find out you got to do it the next weekend. It just adds
That's
to it.
rough, huh?
Yeah.
It adds to the experience.
How you
I
feeling?
think.
Have you done it? Did you do in the service or anything?
I did static line in the service, but I've never had a free fall. I was too fat on a bachelor party one time. I had to sit on the ground and watch 9 of my best friends at the time of their life.
Oh my God! Too fat for a bachelor party.
Too
You
fat
don't hear
to
that
fall
much.
from the sky, dude. Think about hearing that.
You're not going to stop. Just keep going.
Think about hearing that about yourself.
Oh, gosh. Well, look, man, whether it happens next weekend or what, I'm just going to be looking in the sky waiting to see Rafe and 200 people falling from an airplane.
If you see pork steaks falling from the sky, you know that
Well, you would have jumped
Hurricane
twice.
Rafe is here.
Operation Dumbo Drop has happened.
You're going to jump twice. The first time, just a regular, hey, I did it. And then the second time, you're actually going to eat a pork steak on the way down.
Oh,
correct.
wow.
In free fall. I believe that will be a first.
Let's hope.
I can't think of
Who
anybody
else?
else has done it, yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to look around. I'm going to call Guinness.
Like
It's an easy record.
That's got to be like...
It's an easy record. 1 pork steak.
That's got to be like something that is recognized in St. Louis. Like somebody
Pork steak skydive.
has eaten a pork steak while skydiving. That is...
Yeah, at least, I mean, if not Guinness, that's
amazing.
Ripley would be involved. You know, Ripley's, believe it or not, likes that stuff.
Or at least because of that, a star on the Walk of Fame out on Del Mar.
Yeah.
And some kind of recognition.
I think so.
What you've done.
I'll put updates on the website today and
Is
keep
there
people
a-
informed as best I can.
Is there a Pabst Blue Ribbon world record book or a Stag
No,
world
no.
record book?
Well, there might be.
No, it's just Guinness. They got the market cornered on world record books. All right, listen, we got some work to do here. Clovis is here. He's here for not just to plug what he's got coming up this weekend. We are sending one freak to the quarterfinals of the Freak of the Year playoffs.
This is big. Really big.
Yeah, so Clovis Lern read 2 ads yesterday, 2 ads that moved on to round number 2. So these are past champions, not just once in their respective week, but they won in their first round of the competition.
Yeah.
And one of these ads moving on to the quarterfinals, and here's how it all shook out based on your votes. We must say goodbye to Buzz Allrim. Buzz Allrim, we say goodbye to Buzz Allrim.
Really?
He only had 34.3% of your votes.
Yeah,
I love the scat, dude.
kind of got his butt kicked. This is the
The bee. This is the guy that wanted to dress up like
that's
the
what I
bee.
thought. The loyal drone worker bee looking for his queen. This guy was full on, all about going out to his hive fields and desecrating his queen. You were going to be that queen. He's going to smoke the hive and show you how to collect the sweet nectar.
Yes.
Fill jars, and after we strip naked. I mean, this was pretty gnarly.
Right. But
not going to.
alas, Buzz Allrim, we say goodbye.
Adios, pal.
And on to the next round. On to the quarterfinals. With 65.7% of your vote. Congratulations, Gene Even Wilder.
The Candy Factory, man for woman, 53 years old, London. I've always dreamed of being Willy Wonka. Want to tour my chocolate fudge factory? I need your help to make my dream come true. You'll be the winner with the golden ticket. You will be like the chubby child who falls into my chocolate river. Have a big bust and wear no clothes. On the tour of the factory, you will jump into my pool of fudge. It will be so exciting to see you take a big dunk. Yes,
Dunk.
this is my personal fudge. It's sweet. I've been saving up for a while and even bought some manure to help get this river filled. I cannot swim or I'd get in the fudge too. If you're lucky, I'll clean you off with the golden waterfalls. Please send picture. Also, no visible scars.
All right, there you go, Gene Even Wilder.
A lot of mentions of fudge.
Yep. Too many. I believe one or two too many.
One or two, yeah.
Yeah.
Drop one in there, it's all right. But after the sixth or seventh one, it's a little fudge heavy.
So I think, Rafe, you're calling us an upset, huh?
I don't know. I feel like scat always wins on this show, on Freak of the Week. If it has pus or scat, it's getting to the finals. People can't get over the grotesque. I look for true freakiness. True, creative, one-of-a-kind freaky-deakiness. But at times, I think the listeners it gross
Blinded.
wins. When
Blinded
all
by-
things considered, the grossest ones tend to win. I feel like that's the trend I'm seeing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'd like to look back at past winners and see what the
Yeah, do some analytics
matriculation
on that.
rate of feces is in there, but I bet it's high.
Next week, we got Robert Plant versus Jamie Lee Pubis. So,
It's any man's game at this point.
any man's game. Yep. So, yeah, we're pushing forward. Moving on.
I like it.
Round two.
Looking at
Craig's
some-
Freak of the Year playoffs.
Looking at some past winners, and the only ones that I can tell you definitely had most likely some sort of scat stuff was one.
Which one?
Biggie Stalls,
We had
2020.
Susan Boyle, right? She was that was a grotesque.
Yeah.
That was 22. Had to be 22. This particular one only went up to 21. Ernest Flemingway.
Yeah, no, Biggie Stalls, I think, was definitely.
We had a family one
that.
win in 19. Fam
The whole family
Damn chance. I think let's not read any more names because I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to bring up the past. The past. We don't talk about the past anymore. Some of those names on there are
Of their time?
of their time.
Well,
We'll just say of their time. Today, September the 13th, it's a Friday. And back in the day, 125 years ago, in 1899, poor Henry Bliss. Henry Bliss, in 1899, was hit by a car in Central Park in New York City. He was rushed to the hospital where he died shortly afterwards. He was the first automobile fatality in America.
Ooh.
That honor goes to Henry Bliss. Arthur Smith, the guy who hit him, was arrested, held on a $1,000 bail, later released. So yeah, Henry Bliss, the guy. 55 years ago, 1969, Scooby-Doo debuted on CBS. 38 years ago, 1986, I loved it, Pee-wee's Playhouse. Starring the genius Paul Rubens, debuted on CBS. R.I.P. Paul.
Yeah.
31 years ago, 1993, Conan O'Brien replaces David Letterman on NBC's Late Night. That's the gig Seth Meyers now holds. 30 years ago, 1994, the Notorious B.I.G. releases his debut solo album called, anybody? That's right, Ready to Die.
Ready to die. I was a life after death girl.
28 years ago, 1996, Tupac Shakur dies in Las Vegas, 6 days after he was wounded in a drive-by shooting. How old was Tupac when he died?
He wasn't 27, was he?
He was not 27.
24?
Was he in his 30s?
No, I don't think
he
so.
wasn't.
He was young.
He was 25.
Dang, dude.
That same day, I don't know, coincidence or not, Everybody Loves Raymond debuts on CBS.
That's not a
Coincidence.
coincidence.
Don't get that conspiracy started.
20 years ago, 2004, in one of the greatest promotional stunts in the history of television, Oprah Winfrey gives away 300 new cars.
Wow.
Loved it.
That's the you get a car, you get a car, you
can
get
forget?
a car.
Do you remember the car? Was it a
Nobody
Chevy?
does.
It was a Chevy something or other, right?
They were all Mazda Miatas. It was a real easy
I
giveaway.
forget what car it was, but it was the very famous you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
Something nobody else could give away.
Well, what they failed to mention was you get a tax bill, you get a tax bill, you have to pay taxes on this.
Yeah.
Pontiac G6.
Oh,
Pontiac.
wow.
What's the
Really?
resale value on that?
A 2004 Pontiac G6.
That you won from Oprah?
Incredible.
Priceless.
It probably came with a license plate frame at least. So.
At least.
That's a Pontiac G6.
Yeah,
The most basic,
for free.
basic car.
For free, I'll take it. Thanks,
couldn't
Oprah.
move
You know,
that
if
year.
one of us was in that, we'd have waited for the applause to die down and go, can I get the cash value?
Yeah.
I think they could. I think it was, I'll just take the cash. But yeah, one of the greatest TV promotional stunts of all time.
That's pretty big, yeah.
20 years ago, people still know when I say you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. That was Oprah. 15 years ago today, 2009, Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift at the VMAs to make sure we all knew Beyonce, one of the best videos of all time.
What year was that?
09. Wow. And the song was, so Taylor Swift beat out Beyonce. Taylor's song was You Belong With Me, and Beyonce's song was Single Ladies,
Oh, wow.
which probably should have won.
It's the bigger
Probably
song.
the
I would
It's the
assume, for
bigger
sure.
song. And Kanye was right, but he, didn't have to be a jerk about it. And 5 years ago, 2019, the music industry lost a legend. Eddie Money dies of esophagus cancer at the age of 70. Love me some Eddie Money.
I
Yeah,
love
cool
Daddy
guy.
Money.
2 Tickets to Paradise. Whew, that is a banger.
Yeah.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, Clownvis is here.
Yeah, buddy.
Lern's over there sitting next to him, and she's got crap on celebrities.
Here we go. Alex Van Halen is going to make his first public appearances since the death of his brother Eddie in 2020. He's going to be doing in-store signing events in support of his upcoming book called Brothers. Now, this is not coming to St. Louis as of yet, but who knows? He's going to be at the Barnes & Noble on 5th Avenue in New York on October 21st. He'll then go to Jersey at a books and greetings store, and then he'll be in LA for a Live Talks LA at the Frost Auditorium in Culver City on October 24th. The book comes out on October 22nd.
So
He is
Alex Van Halen, and so he's putting this book out.
Yes.
Does he do the book on tape?
He does, and he reads it.
I think we talked about this before. I have no idea what he sounds like.
I
Me
know.
neither, and I don't want to.
You'll get the music too.
Alex Van Halen.
I bet you it's like that.
You think? I'm excited for this. And I think there's people in St. Louis that would travel to go to either of these book signings to get it signed. I mean, that's huge. He hasn't come out very often. You know?
Yes.
It's neat. With Dave Grohl's announcement this week that he's fathered a new daughter outside of his marriage, it's no surprise that somebody would try to take advantage of the mystery around the baby's identity. There was an Instagram account that used the handle Valerie Grayson, who posted an image of the baby in a car seat with the woman's finger with the caption saying, "My sweet Roxy Junie Grohl. Being your mama has already been the most incredible experience
God,
of my
yeah.
life." The post was then spread on social media. It spread
This
so
is the
wide.
kid.
Grohl spokesperson had to comment and said it was fake, and that the person who made the post, which was deleted after several hours, fessed up to TMZ that it was all a hoax and that they're very sorry.
Had people going, though.
I got to tell you, though, interestingly enough, yesterday I was reading an article about how Kate Hudson sent Dave Grohl's probably soon-to-be ex-wife, Jordan Bloom, a bouquet of flowers and said, "Hey, stay strong." And so that made headlines that she's, coming to her defense and just supporting her. Kate Hudson, a week ago, because I follow her on TikTok, posted this kind of vague video of her putting a face mask on, and she's talking about how the most well-liked people in Hollywood are sometimes like the biggest scumbags, and she doesn't give names.
Are you connecting the dots?
I'm connecting the dots that maybe last week the inside circle in the Grohl camp
this is-
possibly could have found out, Kate Hudson being included. And I went back, because I love her too. I went back, I'm like, is she talking about Dave in this video?
Oh, yeah. This was a well-orchestrated, we're releasing this press release at this time.
Right.
Yeah, they got their hands on it for sure. They were.
Such a
And
disappointment.
Moon brought this up as a great point the other day. So they released the press release. Dave Grohl puts out the statement, "I fathered a child out of wedlock." So it was the day of the presidential debate and the day before 9/11.
Yeah,
So
slipped it
of
right
all
in
the
there.
of all the days in this, let's say month or two,
Mm-hmm.
that's the day of all the days that things would get buried.
Well, and it makes sense. And again, this is my speculation because I'm a psycho and I follow Kate Hudson and I watch her stupid TikTok videos. But I remember watching it over the weekend and I'm like, oh man, who's she talking about? Because you get the vibe she's talking about a celebrity and she doesn't want to name names. Kind of salacious. And then I went back and watched after I saw she had sent Jordan Bloom a bouquet. I go, wait a minute. Thought of that video, and I showed it to my husband. He's like, "You're absolutely nuts." He goes, "No way." But I really do feel like maybe the inside circle of the celebrities and the families started leaking out to their friends.
Well,
Hey,
if you read
Dave
up on
cheated.
Dave Grohl, he is a serial cheater.
Well, the last marriage ended because he
And,
cheated.
there was another relationship where the woman talked about him.
But you're just talking about the last 2 or 3 or 4 over the last
Yeah,
30
you
years
know.
or so. But
Count on one hand. It's so
No
disappointing.
patterns.
People are patterns.
I like the way he released it, like just kind of a college football team announcing a new coach or something in one of those little Instagram posts. You know, we'd like to announce that we had a baby out of wedlock, and good luck to everybody in the new season.
All right. Take care.
Made that look easy.
Go Tigers.
God, I would have been going down to the rope store if it was me, boy. But he just said, I'll just put an Instagram post up.
Yeah, someone brought that up, that it was a nice reframing. The way that it was fathered a new child outside my marriage sounds a lot better than got my mistress pregnant.
Yeah, knocked out my mistress.
Yeah.
Well, he's also probably, hopefully, trying to have some dignity for his new kid.
Sure.
I mean, this little girl has no idea that what she's born into, you know?
Gosh.
That's my hope with that. Like, not defending him or anything like that. I'm hoping that whatever happened, there was a conversation about, like, I don't want her to feel like I'm ashamed of her or I'm embarrassed, or like I never want her to look back at these articles and be like, oh, my dad denied me.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Yeah.
And, you know, you try to give people grace and say, you know, highest possible until they prove you wrong, you know.
I think I'm in as far as the stages of grief, girl, I'm in denial. No, I was in denial when this news came out, and now I'm kind of in my anger phase. Because last night I started putting things together, and I'm just like,
bastard.
Because I told Tim, I go, because get this, all right, so like I walked down the aisle, this is so stupid and personal, it's only for me, but I know a lot of Foo Fighter fans feel the same. I walked down the aisle to Everlong on piano. It's like a very important song in my marriage, like to Tim. It's very special to us. Foo Fighters are our band. So much stuff, get the piano. So much stuff sucks in the world. No, listen, so much stuff is disappointing that music is something that heals, right? And so now I'm pissed when I'm listening to my Foo Fighters records and I'm going, man, this is not holding the same goodness that I once wanted it to. And I hate that. And honestly, I'm like sad about that. And I'm in my anger into sadness phase of the Dave Grohl cheating. And
Dude,
I too am affected.
This is like your personal.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
I'm just so sorry. And I still love him, but I'm like, gosh damn it, Dave. Like, I'm so mad. And now I listen to that music and I'm like, every stupid song, like, I got another confession to make. There goes my hero. Hello, I've been waiting for you. You know, Dave, it's BS. And it bums me out. And I've had to go through this with Aerosmith. I've had to go through this with the Foo Fighters. Everybody's crap. Everybody's a disappointment. And it sucks.
Gosh.
Back to you. Happy Friday, everybody.
Perfect landing.
Thank you.
Yes, man.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, let's just move on.
I was just gonna say, like, she's like, this is the first time she's had very, very personally had to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, well, look, man, I grew up loving
Well, yeah.
Michael Jackson.
I know.
What's up with him?
I'm not going to go
What's
into
up
it.
with him? No, you're right. Like,
You know, the people that are like, I just listen to Chuck Berry's music. It's fine.
What happened with him?
Come on, man.
I didn't love. Like,
Come on.
Right?
You're right. I did like obviously like I'm a fan of Michael Jackson's music, but I wasn't as personally involved. I never got to see Michael Jackson and meet people.
Right.
I mean, I've had Dave Grohl on my bucket list to interview. I've gone to every show.
Yeah.
I've loved him forever.
Well, you
Loved
might
him
have a
since-
chance with him.
I'm not the mom.
You've still got Dave Grohl bargaining, Dave Grohl depression,
I
and
know.
Dave Grohl
Oh, it's coming,
acceptance.
dude.
to go.
Oh, I
I
can't
gotta
wait
go
to be
through a
around
couple
for
more.
those.
It's gonna be a nightmare for the next couple of weeks. Guys, we've been talking about the Oasis reunion, and we focused only on Oasis and if this is actually going to get taken, down because of the guys being such jerks. Well, The Independent says Liam Gallagher is looking for established acts to support Oasis in their 2025 reunion tour. Who do you think could possibly be opening for Oasis if they're an established act?
They just trashed some band that was pitched to them. Did you see the tweet?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let. They're like I've seen better dressed roadies. They're not opening for us.
Oh, wow.
They're still. You know what's funny? Somebody tweeted this last night. They're like, Liam and Noel Gallagher are two of the most biting personalities you'd ever meet, and the most controversial thing they've ever managed to write is Wonderwall. I was like, that's a good point.
Oh, dude, I remember.
It doesn't show up in their
Yeah, it doesn't
music.
show
at
in their
all.
music.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is before I knew anything about them as band members, we played this place called King Tut's Wawa Hut in Glasgow, and it's like this tiny little. Imagine Scotland's Creepy Crawl, okay? Like this tiny little place, and the very first thing that happened when we walked in, we're like, wow, weird place to be playing. Like this place has history. This is where Oasis got signed. We're like, oh wow, cool. What's the story behind that? And he goes, oh well. There was a showcase. A label flew in to see this band from Scotland at King Tut's Wawa Hut. And they saw Oasis and signed Oasis. But that wasn't the band that was booked. The band that was booked got their ass kicked by Oasis in the alley. Oasis faked like they were them, went down, played in front of the label, impressed the label, got the record deal from kicking somebody's ass in the alley.
Look up the story of Liam Gallagher getting into a fight at a German club. So I guess Oasis played someplace in Germany to celebrate. They went to a pub afterwards. Liam Gallagher got so drunk, started a bar brawl, got arrested by German police, and the German police were so pissed off at him, they pulled his teeth out with pliers. Look that up.
Oh, no.
Again, everyone's a disappointment.
He was such a jerk.
Well, he's British, so they were half out anyway.
Yeah, just doing him a favor.
Sick American
Clean him up a
burn.
bit.
The German police pulled his teeth out with pliers.
Whoa!
They did him a favor. So are they taking open invitations for openers? Is that what?
Allegedly so. They're being very selective, as we've known.
I'll do it.
I know one.
I'll do it.
Please do it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Everybody
be
tweet
beautiful.
Oasis right now saying Clownvis will do it.
Yes.
For cheap,
For cheap.
not for free.
Nah, I'll do it for a haircut. I'll do it for one of them Oasis haircuts. Imagine
Yeah.
me with one of them haircuts.
Are there any rumors as to who?
As to who
Would
could
be
possibly
opening?
be doing it. Let's see.
Oasis?
Casabian,
Oh, Kasabian.
Kasabian, Manic Street Preachers, and Blossoms
Oh, I
could
love
be
the
some
Manic
of
Street
Oasis
Preachers.
picks.
Kasabian's a great band.
I don't know what that is. All 14 shows initially announced for the reunion have been sold out, so whomever it is going to have a full house. Charlie XCX will release a Brat remix album on October 11th. Just putting that out there. When Lady Gaga was in college, some jealous classmates started a Facebook page called Stephanie Germanata, You Will Never Be Famous. Obviously, they couldn't have been more wrong. A fan recently posted a picture of that page on TikTok along with a picture of Gaga holding an Oscar, so she wins in the end.
Hell yeah.
Show
Which
them.
I love. Drowning Pool is going to release Revolution, the final Amen. Their first song with singer Ryan McCombs in 13 years. That's going to happen on the 20th, so that's exciting. And there's a collaboration with Mastodon and Lamb of God that is out on YouTube called Floods of Triton.
With Drowning Pool or just a...
No, Mastodon and Lamb of God.
yeah.
Okay, Mastodon and Lamb.
That's got to be heavy, boy.
It's going to be heavy. New releases
Heavy metal.
out today. Bon Jovi's Greatest Hits is out. Amy Grant and Vince Gill have When I Think of Christmas.
Wait a minute. Bon Jovi's greatest hits came out the day after he saved someone jumping off a bridge?
Yes,
No,
Weird,
what are you
right?
saying?
All right.
that's
No,
true.
And he's not talking about it. If you didn't hear that story, so a woman, I guess they were filming a video, and a woman was going to jump off a bridge, and Bon Jovi happened to be there.
I know. Oh, you care today. Interesting. Yesterday you didn't care too much for that story.
And he said, "Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear."
Oh my God, he did not say that. He saved a life, whether it's false or not. Good thing.
What happens if you find out that was staged? That's a PR stunt.
At this point, I'm not believing
I'm not
anything
buying
anymore.
the greatest hits CD.
It's like Suicide Prevention Month. Like,
I know. Which it's obviously.
I'm not saying
yes.
that it is. I'm saying what do you do?
oh, the backlash will be.
Because it's almost
Mighty.
I mean, if I was involved in that, and then I had a greatest hits come out that following day, I may have considered pushing it back, just so people don't think.
You may consider pushing her off.
No.
I got bigger fish to fry,
I'm
lady.
sorry for the choice of words there. I didn't mean to
God.
say pushing. I'm saying
My biggest hit.
I would have pushed back the greatest hits release. God dang.
Let's go to TV. Check out the new trailer for Dexter Original Sin. Michael C. Hall is reprising his role as the inner voice of a young Dexter Morgan. The Paramount Plus and Showtime series will also they release their premiere date, which will be Friday, December 13th. Did you watch Dexter?
That the little scientist cartoon
No,
kid?
that's a little different. This guy is a murderer.
That's Dexter's Laboratory. No, because everybody says the ending sucks, and I don't want to be disappointed.
Oh, but
Dude,
it was so
it's-
good otherwise. I
Yeah,
thought.
it's worth it, right? You saw it?
I didn't. I never watched it. I love him though. Michael
It's
C.
worth
Hall.
it. It's a great show, and whatever that follow-up sequel, I'm not sure what you call
That's
that.
coming out.
This is the prequel.
No. There was a.
Oh, they did a little short,
they
like
did one, yeah, to like kind of I don't know.
tie up loose ends or whatever, make amends.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't bad either. It's worth it, dude. If you're looking for a show,
It
that,
goes down as one of the worst endings of a series in the history of TV.
I don't want to know.
okay, but
Maybe they did that so they could make a prequel, and they're going to continue it on. I don't know.
still good.
But December 13th is when you will see a premiere of Dexter Original
They
Sin.
made it bad years ago, so they could do a prequel.
I don't know, man.
Possibly.
I'm
Thinking
still
ahead.
trying to hold on to any sliver of hope I have in this world, okay?
Dave Grohl has crushed you.
I'm ruined.
By the way, we finished Fargo, and that is one of the greatest shows ever written. Gotta admit, it took a little bit, and each season kind of starts a little slow, but just excellent.
John Hamm and the nipple rings.
Yeah, dude, I didn't see that coming.
Clown.
Great
Prosthetic nipples.
You watch Chimp Crazy?
I did, yeah.
You finished it out?
Listen, man, I watched it because you had talked about it a few times.
Yeah.
So this is last week sometime. I was doing some work in my warehouse. I said, I'm just going to put on Chimp Crazy with my earbuds and let it play on my phone while I work. And then I stood there at this desk for 4 hours without doing anything. I just stood there and looked at my phone watching this monkey show.
On the smallest screen
Wow,
ever.
It was fantastic. Yeah, I
finished it yesterday. and
couldn't put it down.
Wowie wow.
Is it over?
It's over, yeah.
Is it, maybe there was one new. I watched one new episode. Is there one more after last week?
I think it's
or?
4 altogether.
Okay, then I watched them all. Yeah.
I had a nice civilian slide into my DMs, and she goes, "I got 20 minutes into Chimp Crazy. Do not turn it on. Do not. You cannot
Why?
handle this."
Oh no, you can't not.
Yeah,
You gotta.
she said that the animal cruelty can't deal. So I thank
Well, they
her.
don't show. I mean, they show
they don't show it.
chimps in captivity, but
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, they really. It's not that
Too
sad.
soft.
I'm a little sensitive to animal cruelty, and it's not. That's not big on that. You know.
Did you guys be honest? Go pause.
find the woman a little attractive. What?
Be honest. She was so Festus that it was kind of hot, right?
Dude, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Is she very tan?
Really?
Is that
Yeah,
the
oh,
reason?
yeah.
It probably wasn't a real tan, but her skin was tan.
No, at the
Yes.
end, they showed her on. She's on a tri-tune on the Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, her skin
Yeah.
was
And a
sponsored by
bikini.
Rawlings.
Wow, locally produced. Hey, moving into movie news, there's a new trailer for the new remake of Salem's Lot. It's going to hit Max on October 3rd. Looks kind of cool. I'm into that. On Thursday, Harvey Weinstein was charged with additional sex crimes. However, he was not in court. He was recovering from a heart procedure where his attorney said he almost died. The former Hollywood executive is awaiting retrial on sexual assault and rape charges. In April, the New York Court of Appeals overturned his 2020 conviction, and he was sentenced to 23 years in prison.
You know what? I know this is a morbid thought, but that Harvey Weinstein's such a friggin' monster. You go, good he didn't die, because he gets to suffer a little more.
Yeah. That's not morbid. That's on brand. That's
On brand for me?
On brand for, I think, anybody with a good heart. Yeah. You can just sit in there and rot. Look at you. In theaters this weekend, Speak No Evil has James McAvoy and Mackenzie Davis. The Killer's Game, which is Dave Bautista and Terry Crews. And the 4:30 movie, which is Nick Cirillo and Sienna Agudong. I don't know who that is. That's what's in theaters.
So Speak No Evils with Batista?
No, that's with James McAvoy.
That's got 89% in the tomatoes. Let me see here.
The Killer's Game with Dave
Killer's Game,
Bautista.
36%.
Hey, can I tell you something that just hit that a lot of people were telling me that I need to watch, obviously, because my whole joke for years and years and years on this show was anytime somebody would mention the
Fall Guy?
a TV show, I would guess The Fall Guy because, me and 8 other people saw it and loved it in the 80s, right? Loved that show. Thought it was hysterical because it was kind of obscure, but also very cool. Stuntman turned, hero guy. And they made that Gosling film.
Yeah.
We watched it last night. We watched the extended version
Yeah.
on Peacock, which is long, boy. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was friggin' awesome.
It's so awesome.
Everybody says it was great.
friggin' awesome.
Their chemistry on camera is so good. I mean, I just love them.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but it was still clever, and I thought it was really fun, and I freaking loved it. And of course, they the old truck and the new truck made me all nerd out on this nostalgia. I loved it. I loved it.
Guys, The Rock says that he has a few party tricks up his sleeve depending on the age of the crowd. And for his adult audience, he says, quote, with tequila, I do this thing where I can pick up a grape, not with my hands, not with my feet, not even with my mouth. Right now, my publicist is looking at me. Please, God, don't say anymore. Don't, please. So I don't know what that means. Is he saying he's picking up grapes with his dong like an elephant's trunk?
No, I'm thinking
I think
probably his
nipple.
tight ass.
He's that's
What?
a headline. He probably does it with his toes, something simple.
I thought maybe he pierced it like a martini olive with his nipple.
Right on.
No, I think it with his toit tuchus.
Tuchus?
Just, like flexing those glutes.
Okay.
No way.
Fun party
Headline.
trick.
He takes his pants off and sits on a pile of grapes and picks one up.
Yeah.
Takes one off.
Feeds
Invite
to
him
people.
over. And finally, UltimateClassicRock.com put out the best new wave bands of all time. I have a top 10.
Oh yeah.
New wave.
I love new wave.
too.
Yes.
New order.
New Order is not in the top 10. They were on the list.
Depeche Mode is probably on there.
Depeche Mode is number 4. Good job,
Duran
Travis.
Duran.
Duran Duran is number 7.
In excess.
In Excess in there, but not top 10, which I think is a travesty.
Really?
Yes.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears is number 10.
I love Tears for Fears
Yeah.
too. That's a great band.
My daughter
New
loves that
Wave.
band.
New Wave.
Let's see. Falco, the Buggles, the
No.
Waitresses.
No.
The Cars.
The Cars number 5.
Deserved.
The Cars.
Blondie.
Blondie number 8.
Does Devo count in that?
Devo does count,
Devo,
and they're
yeah.
not in top 10.
Oh, that's
Or
ridiculous.
the,
So you're missing-
Talking Heads. Was that been said already?
Talking Heads is number 1.
Okay, good call.
Well deserved. You're missing 2, 3, 6, and 9.
Best
New
Best
Wave.
New Wave.
The Smiths.
The Smiths on the list, but not top 10.
Cure is Cure.
Yeah,
The Cure is number 2.
Yeah.
B-52s.
B-52 is not on the list.
The Eurythmics.
The Eurythmics number 9.
I hate The Cure.
You just
I'm
don't
running
like
out.
Men
What?
in
It's so
Black.
beautiful.
Oh, I love the
Why
Cure.
would you hate The Cure? How do you hate The Cure?
It's so good.
It's so like inoffensive.
It's like happy,
Go see
sad
Edward
music.
Scissorhands
Yeah.
music.
I like it.
2. Okay, you're missing 3 and 6.
Anytime a Cure song comes on, I go, next.
It's
Punching out.
It's Tim Burton with a guitar.
Punching out.
Man, I'm running out of New Wave. Flock of Seagulls.
No, I'll give it to you. Number 6 is Elvis Costello. Number 3, The Police.
Oh, the Police.
Which I thought was
New Wave,
surprising.
huh?
Yeah. So your top 3, The Police, The Cure, and your number 1 new wave band of all time, according to Ultimate Classic Rock, is Talking Heads. And that's your crap on celebrities.
Hey, real quick, going back to The Rock just for a second. Do you guys think there's a moment in the day where The Rock doesn't have
A grape up of his ass? No, I don't.
No, I was going to say like a dry butt or dry feet. I don't know. For some reason, he just
He's
seems like a
always
wet
sweating.
guy.
No, I think he doesn't take care of his heels. I think he has dry heel.
Yeah?
Oh,
Because
yeah?
he takes care of everything else on top.
I feel like he's so
He's
active.
stacked, great,
Yeah.
bald
He's
head.
so hydrated.
I feel like he's got to be sweating at all
He
times.
might be. He's always got that eyebrow up like something's about to drip in a funny spot.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that guy has a dry butt. No way.
You know that feeling when that sweat dribble goes right down the crack and
You
your
know
eyebrow
why I'm
goes up.
leaning over your food.
No,
Yeah.
please don't touch my grapes.
When he asks if you can smell what The Rock is cooking, it's not his ego. He's checking in.
He's a great guy. But
It's
please,
sweat and butt grapes.
I'll pick up my own grapes. Thank you. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Niall Horan from One Direction is 31. Ben Savage, Fred Savage is, this says less handsome little brother.
Ouch.
That's not nice. He's 44. Fiona Apple's 47. Joe Don Rooney from Rascal Flatts is 49. Stella McCartney is 53. Zach Starkey. Anybody know who that is?
Oh, that's Ringo's son.
Starkey and Hutch.
That's right.
Nope.
He's Ringo Starr's son. And the drummer for The Who. Now he's 59. Tyler Perry, 2 first names, is 55. Michael Johnson, the Olympic sprinter and superstar, is 57. Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction is 57. Jeffrey Ross, 59. Dave Mustaine is 63. Randy Jones, the
bad.
original cowboy from The Village People, is 72. Jacqueline Bissett is 80. Peter Mother Effin Cetera is 80 years
Oh,
old.
yes. Peter Cetera's 80. Happy birthday. Listen to Chicago, everybody.
80 for sure. And Barbara Bain, Cinnamon Carter, the female lead on the original Mission Impossible TV series, also in Space 1999, is 93 years old today. Congratulations, Barbara.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Crystal Wilder. And today's birthday girl has been in 241 fine films, including Ass Freaks 1, Babes Illustrated 2 and 3, Bossy Babes, Bubble Butts 14, The Butt Sisters do Las Vegas, Catfighting Students, The Hostess with the Moistest,
Rock's
How
favorite.
dare you?
That's the Rock's assistant.
Yeah.
Single White Nympho, You Bet Your Buns, and Who Can Forget a Roll in 1993's California Cruisin' Butthole Boulevard.
Well, he's taking a drive.
How are we
Beale
not said that
Boulevard. I
before?
love it.
Wow.
Taking a drive with the top down on Butthole Boulevard.
That's the original. That's the original free falling lyrics.
Yeah. Butthole Boulevard.
Drive down over Mulholland. I want to cruise down Butthole Boulevard.
Crystal Wilder, happy birthday.
Tom, we don't think that's gonna
57
play.
years old.
Oh, God.
That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays. And that was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with Rafe Williams and this week's Memoriam. It is 8:06. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Looks like we have delays 270 westbound between 70 and Olive, average speed about 25 miles an hour. Also a lane block due to an incident 64 eastbound at Concourse Drive. Your point forecast, scattered rain, high of 77, right now to 66 at the Point Studio.
All right, calling all licensed plumbers. Hoppin Brothers is growing, and they want you on their winning team. You know, they fix everything from leaky faucets to full system installs. They offer top pay in the industry plus a sign-on bonus opportunity. Yes, that's right, a sign-on bonus. But wait, there's more. We're talking 5 weeks of paid time off, an 8% 401k match, a company van with gas, plus a phone and iPad, all on them. They even provide tools and training. It's year-round dealer.
Hat Launch is a national custom headwear company located right outside of our beautiful city of St. Louis. They just hit a big milestone in their business. They produced over 1 million hats for small businesses all over America. That's 1 million domes covered in Hat Launch hats. And people actually wear these hats because, let's be honest, for anyone listening, if you ever gotten a piece of merch from a workplace or a business, it almost always sucks, okay? It's usually so cheap. It's like a hat made for a baby that sits on top of your head like some sort of cartoonish nightmare, but that doesn't happen at Hat Launch. Their hats don't suck. They're awesome. They're made for they even fit my big dome. They got that flex fit tech. They don't skimp at Hat Launch. We get it, you're busy or on the run, you're like, oh, what am I supposed to go get a vector and a graphic designer and figure all this out? No, you don't have to do that. Pull your van over, pull your truck over, take out your business card, just take a photo of your logo, upload it to the website, and 14 business days at the most, you got hats and it's ready to rock and roll. That's how easy it is to use. And right now, if you order 12 or more custom hats from Hat Launch, you get the exclusive RizzShow hat. That's right. We got an exclusive one-of-a-kind RizzShow hat. It says Weirdo upside down. It's flex fit. It's black. It's cool. It's tight. You want it. You know you do. So go right now. It's only available if you order 12 or more custom hats from Hat Launch. You can put in your order right now at hatlaunch.com/Rizz. That's hatlaunch.com/Rizz.
All right, fellas, I'm talking to you. Listen, we're on our mid-40s, and we're not feeling as sweet as we once did, and that is a part of life. But let's not give up, guys. I hate that whole over-the-hill thing. Oh, you're 46 now, you're over the hill. That's a defeatist attitude. Mentality is a place for us, because maybe you're feeling the way you feel because you got low T. Workouts aren't as good. You're in a bad mood. You're not sleeping as well. You're not the same man you were in the bedroom as you once were. You may be low T. So go to Mentality, Chesterfield or South County. Go to mentalityhealth.com. Book yourself an appointment. What they'll do is they'll do a blood draw, give you a consultation. Let's see what's going on inside you. Maybe it's a vitamin thing. Maybe it's a testosterone thing. But they got stuff to fix you up. TRT therapy, peptide therapy. For ED, tadalafil, they'll even do the semaglutide. That's Mentality Health. Make that your thing today. Like, hey, I'm going to get myself in a better position. I want to be my best. Mentality Health. Mentalityhealth.com.
Hey, this is Ben Bailey, and you are listening to the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Clonvis joined us.
Yeah, buddy.
See Clonvis tonight with Craig Gass over at the Westport Funny Bone. Also on Sunday with Craig.
That's right.
Tomorrow, Four Hands, and you're doing something with a beer.
Yeah, throwing a party celebrating this Clownvis beer by Four Hands at the Whiskey Ring with Jeffy and the Sunken Heads playing some rock and roll. I'll be hosting the night, singing some songs with them, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. Tomorrow, skydiving with Rafe has been postponed because of the weather.
Hurricane Chris.
I wonder why the price
Hurricane
is so cheap
Francine.
today.
No, you have to have, what do they call it, a ceiling? Like as far as cloud cover goes?
That's correct.
A firmament.
So maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after.
It's looking more like next weekend. I'm getting texts as the day goes, so I believe if, hopefully everyone can reschedule. I know that's a pain in the butt, but it is for me too, because every weekend I block off and I'm not doing comedy. I'm just getting rustier and rustier.
Well, I mean, listen, the weather's the weather.
Weather's the weather. Can't do nothing about it. He said it looks good for next week. Doesn't seem to be any hurricanes imminent after this one, so I think we're going to go for it.
Fingers crossed.
And if that doesn't work, we're going to move it to October 5th.
Well, if you had,
right now, we're shooting for next weekend.
If you had signed up, just they'll email you, get all the details. So jump in with Rafe.
Hold tight.
It's pretty exciting.
Very exciting.
I'll put the pork steaks in the freezer.
In memoriam, just in a second here. We all been to the Arch, right?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's been a while.
All been to the Arch.
I've heard of it.
Did you guys go for school trips?
No.
Did you guys take a school field trip to the Arch?
No.
No?
No.
We must have. I can't really see my parents taking us there.
Because I would figure, you got the Lewis and Clark Museum. I mean, it's an educational thing.
Yeah, I remember the museum pretty vividly. It was a pretty cool. Oh no, pretty cool experience. I remember seeing the they have like a whole Native American and Lewis and Clark thing with a buffalo, right? With a bison.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. I haven't been to the new museum.
Me neither.
They've done
It's
it
nice.
all up.
And you say new,
nice.
and it was like done in like what 2010. It's been a while.
I think it's fairly new.
Is it? I feel
Yeah,
like-
because it opened like
2019.
right before the pandemic, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And then everybody was devastated because then nobody could go for a while.
Okay, so if you were to give a Google review of the Gateway Arch, like out of 5 stars, what would you give the Arch?
Gosh, a Google review for the Arch out of how many stars?
5
Out of
stars. So Clownvis goes to Google review, and
Well, what the hell do you compare it to?
I don't know.
For an Arch,
If
it's pretty good.
if you go to Google reviews and you search the Arch, there is a Google reviews for the Arch.
I'd give it a 5. I don't know.
5,
I don't know
okay.
why not. I don't know what an Arch could do better.
Well, here's my question, and I never would have thought of this as a kid, but as an adult, here's my question: do they have food? Is there any food options down there? Anything?
I'm sure there may be a snack bar, or you could grab a.
There is
nosh.
food down. Yeah, I went there last year, and there's a whole food court now.
Yeah,
Oh, there is?
It's like a
pretty,
mall.
It's pretty
food.
nice.
You've
yeah.
got to be kidding me.
Oh.
Well, well then 5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars. Yeah.
And stuffed buffalo and everything. I mean,
And it's fun to lay down under the arch on the steps and just look up at it. So they even have like an outdoor component that I don't think a lot of national
So
parks
5
have.
stars from Lern?
Yeah, I'm going to give it 5 stars.
Yeah, nice
Rafe,
park.
5
Got the
stars?
stairs
Go
down the
Four-
river.
4
Picnic?
stars. And I got a couple friends that work there. I apologize for that, Kevin, Katie. 4 stars.
Why are you
Arch
taking a point
pod's a
off?
little tight for the full-figured male. Arch pod's a little tight.
It is it's a little small and it's a slow journey up to the top.
Okay,
if
and
somebody
you know what?
somebody
That's-
yaks, you're going to be in
I
hell
get it.
for a while.
Limited space and whatnot.
That's a great reason to take a point off.
4.5 stars.
4.5
I don't want
stars.
to be 2.
Scott?
Oh, it's getting a 5. I mean,
5.
the park's great, the museum's great, and going on that ride is fun.
Also,
I like it when it gets stuck too. It's even more fun.
Also what?
3 stars to the Illinois side. Not as good of a view.
Okay, so if you look into the Missouri side, you know, see the courthouse, all
Yeah,
that
it's
stuff,
beautiful.
5 stars.
You look over to
Illinois
Illinois.
side,
and
I
it's
get
like,
it. Blah,
nice junkyard.
You don't like seeing the roof of the casino.
blah. Oh, you don't have to throw up. So if you go to Google reviews, the Arch has 37,000 unique reviews. Wow. So 37,000 people have gone to Google reviews to give a grade to our Arch.
That's great.
And what do you think it is?
Well, we
Out of 5.
got to be a 5.
Yeah, we also
I say
flat?
5 out of 5 stars.
There's no way with 37,000 it's at a 5.
Well,
There's no way.
and there's been high crime in the parking lot.
Are we more than 3 or less than 3? 3 being the halfway.
More than 3.
Yes.
Optimistic.
More
on
than
a
3.
Friday.
What do people want?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to think it's boring.
Well, yeah, it's boring. It's a museum.
So we less
it can
than 3?
be very boring.
It's a national
Are we more than
monument.
3?
Is more than 3.
I'm going to say more than 3, but not a whole lot.
Just taking the whole I'm going to the Arch experience.
$10. I'll say it's got to be more than 3.
More than 3.
More than 3?
Here's hoping more than 3.
Oh, man. I am so nervous.
Because remember, I'm a tourist. I'm going to the Arch. I'm giving my review of my whole
The whole experience.
Arch experience.
Yeah,
Right.
any sort of traffic, the simplicity of getting there, the
And you know,
ease
people
of,
love to complain.
yeah, the ease of parking.
Parking's pretty chill down there.
It's easy.
Is it easy to find like where you're heading?
Is it ample?
There's ample parking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's
Because
everywhere.
it's like I said, it's been a long time, and
Yeah,
I only remember
there's-
the parking being in that weird little sneaky garage that's over by the landing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's still there.
That's it. That's it.
That is a sneaky
Scott, do you think
garage.
more or less than 3?
Oh, it's got to be more than 3 for sure.
Okay, I'll let you know. It is a 4.7.
Yeah, baby!
It's great.
Yeah.
What's up?
That's our
Thank
show.
God.
That's
Love that arch.
Whoa.
But there are some
proud.
1-star reviews.
Let's hear them.
There are some
of course.
1-star reviews, and this is I give it up to Fox 2 for doing the legwork on this. Fox 2 on their website listed wild 1-star reviews left about the Arch,
Nice.
which I thought were hilarious. Like, what? 1 star? Casper writes, "It's too Arch-like. 1 star."
Come.
Bethany writes, "Worst McDonald's ever. No clowns, no fries, not even gold.
Oh, man.
1 star." Anonymous gives it 1 star, says, "Never been."
Cool.
I like that
These
review.
are all bits.
Harold says, "Not a national park. If it was a national monument, I'd give 3 or 4 stars. But if you want to be a national park, I will review you like a national park. 1 star."
Gosh.
That's harsh, but at least there's reasoning, I guess.
Christine writes, "The gateway to the east, dumb. 1 star."
Oh, she's going the wrong way.
Yep.
Look out the
That's
other
why.
window.
Yeah, it's a gateway to the west. You're going the wrong direction.
That's the Illinois side dinging you right there.
Keith writes, "It's an arch. It just sits there and does arch things. Like arch. 1 star." Dwayne writes, "Elevators are very scary. 1 star."
There you go.
Roger writes, "The rest of St. Louis was fantastic. Missouri's a great state. This was about as boring as a stop as you can imagine. Not worth the time. Definitely not worth the cost. 1 star." Will writes, "Too high. 1 star."
Him or the arch? You get too high and you try to go up in that thing. It is a little freaky.
That's a good point.
Brett writes, "How the heck does the Arch get sold out before noon on a Sunday? Boo. Nothing like completely disappointed kids. 1 star." That seems to be a you problem, Brett.
You know, my friend works there. A good friend of mine was on my improv team, and he says this happens all the time. People will come from, won't get tickets in advance, He's like, we've had people come from like India, China, all over the world, and then they get there and they're in town for one day, and they're furious. They planned the whole trip around
the arch.
That's like the big. It's our Space Needle, for lack of a better comparison. And like he's like, people will lose their mind.
Oh yeah, I talked to a Nigerian prince one time, and I convinced him to come here. You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I bet you he came here, probably didn't buy tickets in advance.
I wouldn't think of buying tickets, boy. That would be
People
me.
all over the country.
I'd go to the Eiffel Tower. You got to have tickets for the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
See, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah,
You need them in advance?
Yeah. Well, you can buy them there, but there's no. So we did one of those like services where it's like a guided tour. Wow, what a racket that is!
For what? The Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, because
now you are on top of the tower.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a park. It's a park that you can go in. We didn't realize you can go in the park without tickets. To go up, you have to buy tickets. So this one was like guaranteed tickets in advance and then a guided tour and all this kind of stuff. And then we sat down there and this guy mumbled for an hour, wasting time.
I could picture going up there at night. That'd be pretty spectacular.
We only had a brief window to try to sneak it in, so we did it. But
like Paris, right? The City of Lights?
Yeah, I mean it was raining and cloudy and we only had a little bit of time. But it was worth it. It was cool. But yeah, you want to check that stuff in advance. And if it's a beautiful day and Paris is hopping in the summer or something, of course it's going to sell out. You can only put so many people up there.
Well, with the arch is another 1-star. Not tall enough.
Oh, come on. It's the tallest national monument.
By the way, do you need tickets? You need tickets for the museum, right?
No.
Yeah, for the arch?
No.
You need tickets to go up in the pod, I know.
Just to go up in the pod. You can walk around the museum for free, I believe. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I thought
it was. So the only thing they missed out on was the actual ride.
Another 1-star. I mean, I've seen better arches. But
Where?
it is quite round, so there's that. 1-star.
It's not round.
I don't know.
You know what's funny? Traveling around, I hear this so much. Anytime you mention St. Louis to anyone outside of here, they'll say, oh, yeah, I drove through and I saw those arches.
Nope, there's only one.
There's one.
They always say arches. Or they say, I drove under the arch. I said, no, you didn't. What are you talking about? These people have these fantasies about the arch. They try to connect with me.
Who are these people?
He didn't drive on or anything.
I went to the Stargate you have there. Downtown.
All right, the arch 1-star. And thank you to Fox 2 for putting that together.
I'm proud of the arch.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
we are proud of the arch.
4.7?
4.7, that's good.
That's as good as it gets, boy.
That's great. All right, guys, it's time.
God, I forgot we were doing this. Here we go.
We got to say goodbye to some people. And it's time for Rafe Williams in this week's In Memoriam.
Here we go, people. For those of you that don't know, the In Memoriam is like the Oscars In Memoriam, where we say goodbye to folks we lost this week. Whether it was topics we discussed, opinions we had on a subject, or sometimes our own damn selves. We got to say goodbye to a few things this week, so let's get started. First up, young Gary's innocence. We upset a listener with a 6-year-old stepson named Gary this week. And we put too much pressure on the boy as the only living Gary under the age of 35.
Yeah, do you know any Garys under 10?
Hell no.
Name a Gary under 35 right now. I'll give you $1,000.
Gary.
Besides this kid.
I wish I could.
Exactly.
Yeah. $1,000. No, I can't do it.
During a discussion about names, we discovered there are no new Garys anymore. And we decided our society needed a new Gary to do something great to pick up the slack so there will be more baby Garys. This upset one of our listeners because he feels like that's too much pressure for his young son. Well, too goddamn bad. Sorry to break it to you, kid, but you got to get it together, 6-year-old Gary. The chosen one, last of his name. The child prophet whose very name is ancient etymology stemming from the Nordic hordes composed of 2 elements, Gaiazas, meaning spear, and Rijkas, meaning kingly.
Wow.
Listen to me, 6-year-old Gary, for today is the day you must stand on the cafeteria table and exclaim, "See me, children, for I am Gary, the Spear King, and I claim my rightful throne of Garyhood. Today I lay down my limited edition Transformers 1 Turkey and American Packer-Stacker Lunchable, and I pick up the mantle of the 4 greatest Garys who have ever come before me, Glitter, Oldman, Sinise, and Busey. I invoke their names to strike fear in the hearts of all the Liams and Noahs and Aidens in attendance today. Your time is coming to an end, and the dawn of the Gary era is only beginning. Now leave me alone. I'm private. Bye-bye.
Just know, Gary Glitter's not a great guy.
Yeah, we don't want to.
He's like a child rapist.
Bad.
Take him off the list of great Garys.
Change him with Gary from
Coleman.
Gary from SpongeBob, the snake.
I'd rather put
All right.
Gary Coleman up there.
Well, it's a little late for that. All the research I did for that,
That's okay.
and how glitter slipped through the cracks.
yes,
as it
he
often
did.
does.
Yes, it
R.I.P. Rafe.
As it often does. Well, that concludes today's E Memoriam, brought to you by... Oh, all right. Next up, TLDR. Rodent Assassin's attack. It will be swift and it will be final. Due to their exposure to the MK Ultra experiments, these semi-aquatic killing machines suffer from a psychogenic amnesia, which means they retain new information, are fluent in multiple languages, and have exceptional motor skills. When confronted, they can summon precision violence seemingly out of nowhere. It may seem like a cute, buoyant little rodent that's offering you a shiny rock, but they intend to use that rock to smash your goddamn skull. So be wary or you will die an adorable death. Bye-bye. Next up, long overdue movie review.
Oh, yeah, that's over.
That was over before it started. I fear that a segment I pitched may have died in its infancy this week.
I'll finish it.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
What I had hoped would be a fun weekly installment of each of us as hosts watching an appropriately aged popular movie from the zeitgeist that they had somehow missed in their childhood, and giving a long overdue movie review was smothered in its crib
Yep.
by a pillow.
My name's Scott Rizzuto.
That's my name, Scott Rizzuto. That's right. The SS Vivian was lost at sea on her maiden voyage when Rizz only managed to watch the first 30 minutes of Pretty Woman before turning it off and giving a half-assed two-sentence review of the opening credits before the rest of the men in the room somehow pivoted to yelling Crocodile Dundee quotes at each other for the next 30 minutes.
Yep.
Great radio, guys. I was listening. Great radio.
I'm in hell.
Well, you missed out, buddy. Yes, she was very affected by this. It severed some relationships in the room. Well, you missed out, bud, because there ain't no Crocodile Dundee the musical. And you'll never get to hear Julia Roberts in the bathtub say to Richard Gere, did I mention my leg is 44 inches from hip to toe? So basically, we're talking about 88 inches of therapy wrapped around you for the bargain price of $3,000, end quote. Hot, young Julia. Because you couldn't just watch the movie. So goodbye, long overdue movie review. You died young. But you'll always have a special place in our hearts. Bye-bye. But I don't want to just beat up Rizz today because no one's their best or worst moment, you know? Do you know that, Clownvis?
Oh, no.
No one's their best or worst moment. But if we're going to talk about someone's worst moment, we should talk about their best because Rizz is a man of duality. Because next up, and the final installment of today's E Memoriam is the unsung hero rollerblading Rizz.
Oh, yeah.
We found out on the anniversary of September 11th. In a total redemption arc for murdering the movie review segment and its incubator, we found out that Rizz is a multi-dimensional hero because we found out this man was on the scene at Ground Zero on 9/11. That's right. Firefighters, police officers, medical workers, and the often overlooked fourth pillar of first responders, rollerblading radio hosts.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody, you know what? They don't get the credit they deserve. That's right. With his skin-tight tank top and hands behind his back and his wraparound Oakley secured tightly to his head, Rizz had his short little shinless legs pumping away for America. He blazed through the Manhattan streets, reaching speeds of up to 8 miles per hour. Before lifting his toe and engaging his heel brake, doing a 2 3/4 twirl. And stopping on a dime in front of a police captain, exclaiming, "Scott Daniel Rizzuto reporting for duty, sir!" To which the captain replied, "This is a national emergency. Get out of my sight, you tiny, hairy little freak." To which Rizz replied, "Aye, aye, captain!" Before skating away backward, real cool guy style, and disappearing into a cloud of World Trade dust.
It's hard to deny the coolness of that.
You probably did have the heel break.
Hey, man, if the rollerblades don't
One
come
did,
out,
yes.
the terrorists win, okay? You did the right thing.
That's right. But in that dust cloud of World Trade ash, our hero's journey wasn't over, because he inadvertently ran into Michael Jackson, your hero.
Oh, wow. I didn't say he was my hero.
And Bubbles, your second hero.
Well, Bubbles,
Tanya
maybe.
Haddock's favorite hero. So Michael and Bubbles the chimp were looking for a way off the island. Throwing caution to the wind, rollerblading Rizz fashioned a baby Bjorn out of his G-string underwear to carry Michael and Bubbles across the Williamsburg Bridge to safety. The last thing the first responders could hear was Michael Jackson's voice saying, "Goodbye, Manhattan, you're ignorant. Bye-bye, Manhattan, you're ignorant. Hee-hee, bye-bye." And now for the real R.I.P. We only have one this week, but it was a big one. We lost James Earl Jones. If I have to explain who this man is to you, you've had your head in the sand for the last 93 years. He died at the ripe old age of 93, aforementioned.
Congratulations.
Darth Vader. Field of Dreams, one of the best living actors of our time. He made it a long way, so we'll miss you, James. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam, brought to you by no one, because I haven't gotten a sponsor in a while.
Thank you, Rafe.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Did he have a fanny pack on when he was rollerblading?
Yeah, did I, Rafe?
Of course he does. Two of them.
Yeah, one in front, one in back.
Double fanny.
I double fanny packed it. I had my stuff in there. Crackers. Crackers in the front, Skittles in the back.
Cool.
I'm just glad Michael Jackson and Bubbles made it out safe.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job, Rafe. All right, let's take a break. Should we do a contest or Friday Fail Stories next?
Contest.
Let's do a contest next. Because we got stuff to give away. This is a contest that Rafe Williams has come up with. And what are we calling it?
We're calling it Bad Movie Descriptions.
Bad Movie Descriptions.
Pretty self-explanatory. There will be movies, very popular movies from the zeitgeist, mind you. I will give you a terrible description of what the movie is about. It will be theoretically right, but it'll be a little difficult to, but if you listen, it's in there. If you really listen, it's in there. And you'll be able, it's a one-shot deal. You can either guess, or we're going to let them do a lifeline.
Okay, so here's how it'll work. So we'll get you on the phone. Rafe will read the description.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't think you have it, you could ask one of us for a lifeline. But whatever we say is binding. Okay, you're trusting your lifeline. Now, if you get it right, great, you win. Your choice of tickets. We got tickets to go see Megadeth. We got tickets to go see Falling in Reverse. And we got tickets to go see Guar. Okay, if you get it wrong, I hang up on you, and we go to the next caller. You'll read the same description again. If you want to use a lifeline, great. Pick another RizzShow member. And we'll keep going until we get it right. Okay?
Oh. Okay. Well, that's great for America.
How about that?
Somebody's getting tickets today.
Well, somebody's definitely getting tickets. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The one example you gave us at the beginning of the show, before we're on the air, this is going to be tough.
Want me to throw it out now, or you want to do it when we come back?
I don't think Clownvis heard it.
I didn't hear it, no.
Here's an example. Listen closely, Clownvis.
I'm all ears.
Now, this is a very popular movie. I'm going to give you a bad movie description. You tell me what you think I'm talking about. A drug-addicted woman is encouraged to move back to her hometown by a childhood friend.
Drug-addicted woman. I couldn't think of what that would be.
This is a curveball.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, because he's not talking about the main character.
I don't know.
That would be Forrest Gump.
Ah. Well, I never seen Forrest Gump, so I don't know. I would have to see the movie.
Well, you know what? I wish we had a segment where people could watch movies they missed out.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll watch the first 30 minutes. I'll get back
to you. Let me know. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let me know how his childhood went.
314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. We'll play, what are we calling it?
Bad movie descriptions.
Next. It is 8:40. Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to September 29th. We have delays, 270 eastbound between Big Bend and Manchester, average speed about 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast, scattered rain today, high of 77. Right now it is 66 at the Point Studio.
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told this on the show. I do the morning show. I'm part of the morning show on the Point. A million years ago when you guys were on a tour opening with Rolling Stones. Yes. Or for Rolling Stones, whatever. Are they closed for you guys is the way I look at it. You guys did the stop at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Yes. 1990, whatever it was.
I want all you guys to save money, and a great way to save money is on your car or home insurance. You know, Allstate and my agent, Tracy Bibb, she's got some great rates, some very competitive rates. And now it's a hard insurance market, meaning companies are seeing a lot of rate pressure, so they're increasing. And these companies are also canceling people who have had accidents. Allstate and Tracy Bibb, better rates, and she could write coverage for more situations, even when other companies can't write you. If you are an Illinois resident, reach out to Tracy Bibb today and see how she could save you money, as well as keeping you covered. I've been a Tracy Bibb client for over probably about 15 years now. We've got the house, we've got the life insurance policies, we've got an umbrella policy. When we had a rental property, that was insured through Tracy Bibb. She's the best. Get a hold of her for a non-committal quote. It's free and it's easy. 314-328-4260. That's 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
All right, here we are backstage, Wayback Point Fest, with the boys from Lit. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you again.
We're doing great. Great to see you guys.
Okay, first and foremost, I hear that there is illness sweeping through the Lit camp. Can we confirm, deny what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy at the moment, and luckily we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously the advent of the urgent care probably changes the game a little bit. Yeah. But when you guys are in East Lansing or wherever the hell and you're nowhere near home, somebody gets sick, it gets to the point where you're like, we got to do something. What do you do?
We have doctors we can call, and they'll phone in a prescription. I'm surprised he didn't do that today.
Yeah.
Make it things hard on himself.
That's all right.
It is Labor Day. Yeah, thanks, Christian.
Well, so new album is out as we speak.
Yeah, album's out.
I find it very interesting to me, and it seems as though the reviewers are the first ones to point out how different a record is, where the fans, and I've seen you guys even talk about this, go, no man, our fans know that this is, our music is a part of everything. We do a little bit of everything. So it seems like the reviewers are more surprised than the actual fans are, yes?
Yeah, I think usually for me, you're just talking about that. Of course.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Usually, and he answers the phone.
Right,
that's like
what he's doing.
I was going to say the naysayers usually are the ones that haven't. It's off now. Let me see that phone. Yeah. There it is. You just totally almost this probably dropped. Are we going to edit this? Or are we just going to?
No, we're going to keep it in, man. This is how it goes.
I mean, usually people that have kind of been out of the loop over the course of the last 18 years, 20 years.
I'm so glad we have First Community in town. Now, as you know, there's many ways to invest your money these days. You got the stock market, and that's been around forever and ever. And there's also the newer forms of cyber currency. But you have to be careful, obviously, because those high reward investments, they come at a higher risk. And that's just the way it is. But unlike most high-risk investments, there's a lot of ways you could protect your hard-earned money. And one way is to make sure it's insured. And interest rates right now on deposits accounts, they've been great the last few months, and you can still get a great rate, especially over at First Community. I mean, they have great rates on CDs right now for short-term commitments like 12 to 18 months. And the best part is you don't have to be a high roller. You can open a CD with as little as $500. And also look at opening up a money management account over at First Community. But swing by any of their convenient locations all over town, over 40 locations, a whole bunch in Walmart, open 7 days a week. Ask them today about how to make your money work for you and grow your investment. Go to First Community. That's firstcommunity.com.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the fold with you guys? And I know that you guys had maintained a friendship even when he wasn't in the band. Were you guys still jamming and playing together when he wasn't a Chili Pepper?
We occasionally jammed, and we always were friends, and we get together and talk. And, it was difficult, too, because he left, and we got someone else to replace him who was his friend. And it's sort of like, when you break up with a girlfriend and then you start dating their friend or something. It's like being in a band with someone is a very emotional and, close experience. So it was... our relationship has always been intense. But I remember I think there's a lot of things that led up to him coming back all the way around. But I remember one particular evening, he and his girlfriend were over for dinner with me and my girlfriend, and we're having dinner, and he and I were like off in a room talking. And I remember I just kind of felt like I never really touched on it, even though I would think it. And I said, John, I sometimes I really miss playing with you, man.
Yeah.
And I said it. I couldn't help it. I just burst into tears. It was so emotional for me to say it. And he looked at me, and I saw him do the same thing. Like, we're both looking at each other, and he was like, me too, And in that moment, I was just like, oh, man. I was just like going to Anthony like a few days later, and I was like, I think John would come back, And just kind of opened that conversation, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we made that decision.
Wow.
All together. And it was very difficult to part ways with Josh, who's a beautiful person and a great musician, but it was the right thing to do for us, because sometimes I think there's things...
About my dentist here for a second. It's Dr. Foley, and my dentist is better than your dentist, I guarantee that. Dr. Foley's great because when it comes to the latest and greatest, when it comes to technology, they got it there at Foley. It's Foley Dental and Glen Carbon. So the newest and biggest technology in the office over there is the Soleil laser. Now, this is a game changer for people with dental anxiety. So if you know you got to get a cavity filled, and you're not going to go because you can't stand the drill, or you go, oh, they're going to have to numb me up with the Novocaine. I can't needles. Nope. This is a game changer. The dental laser replaces the drill, and it's gentle, it's fast, it's precise. It helps eliminate the need for drills, needles, and numbness after. And I had this done a couple weeks ago. I had a filling fall out. They had used what normally would have been the drill, but they used a laser. The main thing I felt was a little cold, but no pain. My appointment was quick, a lot quicker than it would have been with the drill. No bleeding, and I wasn't numb for 3 to 4 hours after. And the big bonus here is with the Soleil laser, you don't have to numb kids. They're able to get in and out with no anesthesia or no nitrous. It's Foley Dental, now with the Soleil laser, in Glen Carbon. FoleyDentalGroup.com, FoleyDentalGroup.com.
Ever found yourself in the middle of your daily deuce and thought, I wish this was funnier? Today's your lucky day. Welcome to the Number 2 Show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams, stand-up comedian, plus-size male model, and co-host of the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point. What is the Number 2 Show? Well, it's me on the toilet talking to you on the toilet, just like it sounds. In each episode, we'll plunge into riveting topics that'll have you rolling in the stall with laughter, so much so that it might freak out whoever's sitting next to you. But I say, hey, lean in and make a friend. Sometimes it's just me. Other times I'll have interviews with special guests. Not now, obviously, dumbass. This is a promo. I'll also have musical performances. Ever heard of tiny desk concerts? How about tiny stall concerts? Like to see those nerds over at NPR try that. Is this a genius idea? I don't want to toot my own horn, but
It's not getting boobs anymore.
I did too. I heard that.
Oh, what happened? He chickened out?
He talked to a
No,
trans
he talked to a
person at a
trans
grocery
person.
store, and they gave him some advice on not doing it.
I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw the headline. Mm-hmm. Steve-O talks to trans person, decides not to get boobs. I'll do a deep dive.
All right.
All right.
I'll do a deep dive and talk to you about it Monday.
thanks for the advice. Yeah, dude.
I didn't think
of it that way. Person.
Let's give away some stuff.
Yeah, person.
All right, the game we're playing is called...
Bad movie descriptions.
That's right. Oh, and it's sponsored by...
Brought to you by Friedrich HVAC Systems. Get serious about comfort and energy savings with Friedrich. Visit Friedrich.com.
Thank you. All right, so Rafe will read you a description of a movie. Mm-hmm. Okay? You just have to tell us what the movie is.
Yes.
That's it. If you get it right, you get your choice of tickets. We got Megadeth tickets, we got Falling in Reverse tickets, and we got Gwar tickets. Megadeth is at the amphitheater on the 26th. Falling in Reverse is at the amphitheater on the 21st. And Gwar is next Tuesday over at the pageant. All right, so you have one of us to use as a lifeline if you want to use it. But whatever we say is binding. If we don't know, you're out of luck. Listen, I will try hard as hell for you.
Same.
Clownvis will try hard as hell for you. If you don't get it right, we're just going to move on to the next caller. And again, you can use a lifeline, but the caller, their lifeline before is off the table.
We should probably set a ceiling.
3.
3 and out. If three people, we get through 3 people they haven't guessed, you're just asked out on that one.
Well, listen, if you're second or third, use the guesses from before to your advantage.
You just have to retrain your brain a little bit. Here, I want to give you guys another example. I did one before the break. I said a drug-addicted woman is encouraged to move back to her hometown by a childhood friend. That was Forrest Gump. Now let's see if we can get this one. A wealthy, paranoid businessman is wary of an illegal immigrant and hatches a plan to kill him.
E.T.
Elf?
No.
Elf?
No.
That's hard, boy.
Say it again.
A wealthy, paranoid businessman is wary of an illegal immigrant and hatches a plan to kill him.
You didn't think my E.T. guess was good?
That's
It wasn't
a very
bad.
good one.
E.T. was an illegal immigrant.
Yeah,
You're
but
on the right track.
This is a wealthy man, and there was no.
Yeah. Elliot had some.
The clues are there.
Oh yeah.
His single mom.
A wealthy, paranoid businessman
Businessman. Okay,
is wary of an illegal immigrant and hatches a plan
Jurassic Park.
to kill him. No.
rich, paranoid guy hires a hitman.
Say that.
Oh.
So he hatches a plan to kill him. Illegal immigrant.
Clovis?
Is it that East L.A. movie with Cheech?
It is not. It is Batman versus Superman.
Wow.
Wow.
Never saw
Oh,
it.
because he's from a different planet.
Yeah.
I was thinking Born in East L.A.
Remember, these
Daniel
are
Stern and
bad
Cheech.
These are bad.
movie descriptions. And
Are we
just
gonna
for the
have
two
Patient Zero?
examples, I can't wait.
Good luck out
Because
there.
this is going to piss so many people off.
Okay.
All right, let's
All right, here we
buckle
go.
up.
Steve. Hello, Steve. Steve, hi.
And I'm going to be loose, by the way.
Keep it loose.
Steve.
Steve!
Steve!
I'm done with Steve.
Cool.
Justin, hello.
Friday the 13th, dude.
Justin.
The 13th.
Justin, hello. Nope.
Nope.
Wow.
Deal with that.
Cody, hello. Yo.
Ah.
All right.
What's up?
Hey, Cody.
314 624 624 38 38 33. Hey, Clovis, I talked to dudes in Max Sabbath, and they said that you're really awesome.
Oh, I love Max Sabbath. Thanks.
Max.
Yeah.
That's the McDonald's character.
Oh, that's
McDonald's Black Sabbath band. Yeah, good
Dude,
guys.
they
I
were
toured
sick.
with them. Fun
You
guys.
want to put the phone number out again?
That's fine.
Okay. Well,
All right, Cody. Here we go. Here we go.
Cody, this is your bad movie description. Listen closely. Talking swamp gremlin convinces boy to kill his asthmatic dad. A talking swamp gremlin convinces boy to kill his asthmatic dad.
I'm going to have to use the lifeline.
Who would you like to use?
Let's go Clownvis.
Clownvis?
Well,
a talking swamp gremlin
Now, I
convinces boy to kill his asthmatic dad.
I haven't seen this movie that I'm thinking, but saying swamp gremlin, I want to make an educated guess. So you're talking about the homie Shrek.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
May I?
Sorry,
Next
Cody.
caller.
No.
Oh, I
Next
see.
caller.
Oh,
Next
may
caller.
not.
Sorry,
Just
Cody.
kidding.
Aura, hello.
Hello.
Hello. One more time the description.
Laura.
Aura.
Chakra. Here we go. Talking swamp gremlin convinces boy to kill his asthmatic dad. You can use a lifeline if you like.
I will use a lifeline.
Who would you choose?
I'm going to go with Rizz.
Aura, is it Star Wars?
More specifically?
Return of the Empire Strikes Back?
That is correct.
There you go.
Empire Strikes Back. The swamp
Thank you,
creature being
Rizz.
Yoda.
Yeah, and James Earl Jones with the asthma. Yeah.
Is
the
he from
asthma.
a swamp?
Yeah,
he finds-
Dagobah
He finds them on Dagobah living
in the swamp.
near a swamp.
Aura, what do you want?
So see, this is doable.
It's pretty good.
Megadeth.
Megadeth, you are
Yeah. He sells, but who's buying?
It's the real me.
We have one more.
Hey, whenever anybody says Megadeth, can we all throw out our own Megadeth lines as Dave
Just
Mustaine?
like the
But
night
simultaneously, like we just
flies.
did, where none of them make sense.
And mine wasn't even right.
Nathan.
Yes.
Hey, Nathan, here we go.
Nathan, here is your bad movie description. Group of hikers with self-esteem issues travel to the city to expose a con man.
I might have to go with a lifeline on that one.
All right. Who would you like to choose?
Let's go with Clovis.
Clownvis. People haven't learned their lesson.
No, clearly they don't know that this is not my forte, but I'll try it. Let's find out.
Listen closely. Remember, these movies are part of the American zeitgeist.
Sure.
A group of hikers with self-esteem issues travel to the city to expose a con man.
I wish I could think of a better movie. I can't think of any movies that have to do with hikers, except for Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon.
Sorry, Nathan. It is not the wildly popular movie from the American zeitgeist, Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon.
It's on Netflix right now. It's hot. It's suggested.
That's a hell of a movie. I'm suggesting it.
I'm not hating.
Suggesting it.
All right, Joshua, hello.
Yes, sir.
Joshua.
All right, here we go. The description again, Rafe.
Coming at you, brother. Remember the game is bad movie description.
Yeah, we know.
Group of hikers with self-esteem issues travel to the city to expose a con man.
I think I
Rizz,
got it.
can you bring this home for me?
I think I got it.
Rizz thinks he's got it. You want to
Let's go with Rizz.
All right.
Is it The Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
You're damn right it is.
New York City.
All right.
Damn right it is.
The Wizard of Oz.
Now
Joshua,
we're
what do
getting
you want?
it, folks.
Megadeth, please.
Megadeth.
Just
yes.
like
Oh, no, we're not
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the Dave
no,
Mustaine.
okay.
hello,
Thank you, Rizz.
You got it, Josh. All right, we are out of Megadeth tickets.
All right.
No more
No
Megadeth.
more Megadeth.
Oh, man.
All right, Ethan, hello.
Hey, Rizz, what's going on?
Just playing this game here. It's Friday the 13th. Weird things are happening today. But it's all good. All right, Ethan, here we go. Your bad movie quote.
Here's your bad movie description. Ethan. Leonardo DiCaprio almost freezes to death for a second time in his search for an Oscar.
Ooh.
Someone's tipping their
The
hand.
Revenant.
That is correct. It is The Revenant. Well done.
Eagle call.
There you go.
I don't like that review because you're giving us exactly who we need to be looking for.
Ethan, what do you want?
Oh,
The
well, you
same.
can make a game.
Okay.
Well, I'll just do this. How about you give the tickets to the next person that calls in?
Well, look at that.
Damn.
Ethan, you don't want go see Guar.
What a martyr.
You want to go see Guar?
Well, I gave you guys lunch boxes. Give them to the next person.
Go see. Hey.
Go
Okay.
Is this Oprah?
All right. Thank you, Ethan.
That one might have been a little too easy.
Can you buy me a Starbucks, too?
I didn't know what to do.
No, that's a good one. The guy who wins doesn't want anything, which is crazy.
It's Friday the 13th, dude.
He just doesn't want
Tyler.
to reverse.
I'll let you know.
Tyler!
What's up, guys? Good morning, Rizzuto fan. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Hey, buddy, thank you. All right, here we go. Your bad movie description.
Tyler, it is?
Yes, Tyler.
Tyler, here it
Yes,
comes,
sir.
buddy. Bad movie description. Sadistic, neglected boy tortures two blue-collar men just trying to make money on their side hustle.
Ooh. Tell here one more time, please.
Sadistic, neglected boy tortures two blue-collar men just trying to make money on their side hustle.
I think I have a guess, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm going to go with a lifeline. And can I go with Moon, please?
Absolutely. I don't even need it repeated. That's Home Alone.
That is
Home Alone.
Okay, right on, man. Right on, Moon.
Yeah, dude.
Tyler, right on. Did you know that, Lern?
No, I was going to guess Step Brothers.
Okay.
Sadistic.
Don't pick me is what I'm saying.
You had The Revenant.
Yeah,
Are
because you
you-
said Leonardo DiCaprio freezes to death. You were very descriptive. That wasn't a bad movie.
That's not Blood
Maybe that
Diamond?
would throw people off with Titanic. Excuse me.
Justin, hello. Justin.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you, buddy.
Hello.
Loud and clear. Here we
There
go,
you go.
Justin. Your bad movie description.
Justin, here's your bad movie description. Woman learns to deal with her personal demons through song and sculpture.
I got it.
Like tipping their hand in the
I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, and who would you like to choose?
Let's go with Moon.
All
What
right.
a dope.
Riz
What a
had
dope.
it.
I know
What a
it.
dope
Someone
you are,
else.
Justin. I literally said I had it,
Yep.
but no, go ahead.
Please repeat.
Moon.
Woman learns.
I didn't
Don't-
hear you. I missed it.
don't-
Go over,
okay.
Riz.
You got to
Please
pay
repeat.
attention.
Woman learns to deal with her personal demons through song and sculpture.
Okay, so you know the first guess I had, and this is not my official answer. The first guess I had was, of course, was a Catherine O'Hara in Beetlejuice. But then I thought about it for a moment, and I'm going to go with my final answer as Ghost.
Yes.
That's right.
Not ghost.
Okay.
Thank you, though, for
Incorrect?
incorrect. Moving on.
So
man.
excited
Yeah.
about his
Sorry,
Caller.
Justin.
New caller. Listen closely.
What?
It's not,
a lot of-
ghost. I'm
not a lot of
sorry. I mean,
song
you don't.
in Ghost.
It's not.
I was thinking
Wait.
Ghost.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
I'm not
You know
saying
what?
just because this description may fit another movie.
I mean, it
that's
exactly
kind of
fits
the point of the
Ghost.
game.
You know what? He's right. Patrick Swayze was not a demon.
And she doesn't sing her way through nothing.
Yeah, but it was the song.
But she doesn't hear that.
Yeah.
I don't think she hears
That's
that.
just the
Matter what we
song in the movie. That's not the.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
My
That is
apologies
incorrect.
to Justin.
No,
for
truly.
calling
What
him
the
a dope.
answer is.
Truly, my apologies.
Justin's gone.
Guess-
Somebody
guessing-
else.
My
guessing
apologies to
incorrectly.
Justin. I was so confident.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
dinged you. Okay.
Man.
Colton, hello.
Yo.
All right, Colt.
Here we go.
Listen closely. Woman learns to deal with her personal demons through song and sculpture.
I'm going to go with Beetlejuice.
Gotta be.
That is not Beetlejuice.
Oh my God! That's what I thought it was.
We will allow a third caller, and then this one's going to bed.
There were sculptures, but
And there were demons.
And demon, yeah, and both ghosts. Yeah, well, three
And
ghosts.
singing.
Really.
Deo.
Remember,
but
this is
where
a
were the
bad.
sculptures?
What do you
made
mean?
the house.
She
She
was
made
In the
made
house,
them.
but did
She
she
made the
make
sculpt-
them?
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara did. Catherine O'Hara did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that's the woman dealing with. Remember, he's not
And then the
necessarily
little
the
tiny
main
town
character.
sculptures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect answer. This answer better deliver.
Sculpture.
Oh, there's a lot on this answer.
I'll tell you what.
All right, Rafe.
Here we go.
Eric.
Who do we have, Eric?
Eric.
Hey, what's up? Of course I get this one.
Well, that's not a winning attitude, Eric.
Get it together, Eric.
It's right there in the description. It's bad, but it's there. Woman learns to deal with her personal demons through song and sculpture.
I'm going to have to go with the lifeline. Clownbus.
He's locked in.
Last chance, buddy.
I just had an answer and I forgot it.
Did you forget?
So there's a song, there's a sculpture,
There's demons.
and there's
A
demons.
woman deals with her personal demons, deals with her own issues through song and sculpture.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to give a guess here with another movie that I haven't seen.
And that answer is?
And that is the Da Vinci Code.
No, it's not the Da Vinci Code.
Dang it.
That was Disney's Frozen.
Frozen.
Who the hell was the demon in that?
You weren't listening. I said deals with her personal demons. She has an anger problem.
You're actually like,
that's a good one.
you're giving us
Sculpting.
clues, and I'm focused on one of the words you're saying. Yes, I'm such an idiot.
That's a good one. Yeah, I got to admit,
You're
that's a good one.
focusing on an actual demon.
And sculptures.
And Clovis is clearly a fan of Kevin Bacon and Tom Hanks, and that.
I'm just saying, there had to be a sculpture in the Da Vinci Code, right?
She may, yeah.
Probably.
Last one. Last bad description. Richard, hello.
Which one should I choose?
Hello, Richard. Hey, Richard. All right, here is your bad movie description.
All right, Richard. Emo chick can't decide between necrophilia or bestiality.
Oh, please.
Is that easy? You guys bitch
I got it.
both ways. I swear to God.
Twilight.
That is correct. That is Twilight.
Very good. I got it. That's the only one.
Excellent.
My sister watches it.
Hey, I heard of it.
Yeah.
Should we do what? That was easy. So one more.
Yeah, one more.
One more.
Hey, I'm thinking about the Da Vinci Code one, and that's not a bad idea. Again, because Angels and Demons was the
Right.
follow-up, right? So, I mean, he's,
Singing,
Apparently they're
singing, they're
inner demons, Moon,
sculpting.
not actual
Oh, come on.
demons.
That's
pretty
a
good
stretch.
guess. I'm just saying for a rando guess.
Honestly,
He's
do
a
you
smart
guys?
guy.
Is personal demons not something that people understand?
No,
No,
I mean,
man.
now that you say it.
Yeah, but you think of a little guy, a little demon guy.
You're
Okay,
trying
ghost.
to. You're like the Riddler
Ghost.
right now. We don't know what to believe.
Brooke.
You are.
Hello, Brooke.
Leprechaun.
Yeah.
All right, Brooke, here we go. Your bad description.
Brooke, a gender fluid man stalks his ex-wife and children from inside the house.
I don't. Can you say it again?
A gender fluid man stalks his ex-wife and children from inside the house.
I guess I'm going to go with the lifeline.
Okay, and who would you like to choose?
Rizz?
You got me and
Let's
Moon
go.
pointing
Don't
to
you-
ourselves.
I'm panicking
Don't
over
you
here.
look at your screen at all right now.
Rizz.
Don't look at my screen.
Yeah, people are saying you're reading the chat, and they're firing
How am I
off.
reading the chat?
I don't know.
Oh, I had this before the chat even
I have
got it
my-
on the
I have
delay.
my phone screen
Yeah,
up.
no, he's not. He's not.
All right.
Do you know it?
I'm trying to think of it.
Oh, bro.
I'm inside the house.
A gender fluid man stalks his ex-wife and children from inside the house. Whoa.
A gender fluid man.
Brother, it's right there.
Mrs. Doubtful.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, baby.
Well
Thank you,
done.
I have my phone screen
Okay,
up.
hey,
No,
I'm
no,
just-
he's not. Yeah.
I can't see what
and
you're
I'm,
looking
I'm
at.
looking
Moon
at.
could see.
I'm looking at highways.
Highways and
And I am
byways.
looking at
That's pretty good.
Did you have Miss Doubtful?
Is it
I had that,
getting it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got very nervous.
Yeah, Columbus had that one.
Yeah, the chat's getting it.
They got a good
Yeah,
record.
They got a good record.
All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. Very good, Rafe. Rafe, well done.
Thanks, man.
That might be your most hated game ever, right there.
Why? But that's
Well,
That beats out password.
No, it's
It's fun.
It's fun. It's spirited.
Gave away some tickets.
We gave away some tickets. Good.
Good job,
Friday
Rafe.
game. All right, 9:09 Friday. Traffic and Weather Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Got a lane block due to an incident 64 eastbound at Concourse Drive. Your point forecast scattered rain, high is 77. Right now it is 66 at the Point Studio.
Okay, so let's go over Rafe's bucket list.
Okay.
So these are all the things Rafe would like to achieve.
Please tell me you don't have dropkick on there.
I do not have dropkick on there.
How about receive dropkick?
It's on there now. Might as well. So we've been going over all of our bucket list items.
Ball's back, and so is a chance for you to turn your football knowledge into cold, hard cash with Underdog Fantasy. Now, it's a game changer. It's the game changer you've been waiting for. Over 1 million fans, over 33 different states joined the fun last year. Now it's your turn. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats, like touchdowns, passing yards, you name it, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So last night, it was the Bills and it was the Dolphins. Now, for the Pick'em Challenge, I picked the Dolphins to win. Unfortunately, I lost that, but I did win with underdog because I had Tua and the under with 145 passing. I'm sorry. So he had only 145 passing yards. The under was 269.5. Got that. Tyreek Hill, I hit that one with lower than 94.5 receiving yards. I hit Josh Allen throwing for lower than 246.5 passing yards. So even though I lost the Pick'em Challenge, I did win with underdog. And if you're ready to put your football knowledge to the test, making picks on underdog is simple, and signing up is even easier. Just download their mobile app or head to underdogfantasy.com. Use promo code Rizz, R-I-Z-Z, for a free pick'em entry on your first Champions entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code RIZZ for your free pick and deposit offer. Remember, Underdog Fantasy is for those 18 and over and only available in participating states. Terms apply. If you have any concerns about your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. So what are you waiting for? Get in the game with Underdog Fantasy, promo code Rizz.
All right, so where it's, I actually made up a word this morning, and I'm so happy about this. Now, the last year and a half of all of our lives, the word synergy has been like kind of a gigantic joke. Like, there's all this stuff happening all over. You're just trying to make it work for the day.
Yeah.
But it seems like, Amy Lee, front woman of Evanescence, that you have a very synergistic year ahead of you. The album is out now. The single doing great. The big tour with Hailstorm later this year. This feels like synergy to me, and I bet you for you, it's finally like, great, we're finally here.
Yeah, it feels really good. You know, part of last year and this time, something that's felt really good is just to keep going, just to go harder. Don't let it stop us. Don't let anything hold me down. Like just this feeling of, I can't waste a minute. I don't want to waste a day. We don't know if we have tomorrow. So it is time to just do what we were born to do. So kind of taking that attitude after the initial sort of like, frustration and heartbreak and just frustration. I want to say that word a lot because a lot of it was that, but also just anxiety and fear about everything. You know how this time has been. I don't have to describe it. But it's felt really good to sort of take control of the things that we can control, make great music, give something to our fans and have something to look forward to and be excited about.
Now, can you kind of talk about how early on or what part of the process of recording the record were you when the pandemic hit?
Huge need right now in the industry for floor layers with the Carpenters Union. This is the call. This is the call, and I'm here to tell you that as a career, having a career as an install floor layer is going to provide you with meaningful work. Your family's going to have lifelong benefits. This is a fantastic opportunity to have a lucrative career that gets you, once you get started, you start making money right away. It gets you plugged right into an as you learn, you earn sort of system, and that is amazing. That's a massive opportunity for you to shift gears, better your life, better your situation without having to put a lot of time, like everything on hold and put a lot of time aside or go into debt with loans or any of that kind of stuff. We're talking about hands-on real life work that's lucrative, creative, and meaningful. And again, has an as you learn, you earn system set up. A learn while you earn while you learn. That is amazing. And because you're a member of the union, you're going to have more than a job. We're talking about a career. Again, hands-on creative work in a lucrative industry means you're going to continue to have opportunities to learn, enjoy fantastic benefits for you and your family, make money towards your pension. You can start at apply.ficstl.org. Again, that website is apply.ficstl.org.
The great battles of our time. Man versus nature, intellect versus instinct. Burrito versus butthole. Here in this fortress of solitude, we reflect and ponder tough questions about life and ourselves. And the toughest question of all may be, what do I wish I could accomplish before I die? Mine eyes have seen the glory. the proverbial bucket list. Why is it called that? Do you have one? Should you have one? If so, what should be on it? Let's dive into those questions today on the Number 2 Show. You know, they've always said to think outside the box, but here, inside this box, we've had some of the most profound reflections. They say inspiration strikes in the most unexpected places. Sir Isaac Newton, an apple tree. Archimedes, a bathtub. Me, well, let's just say there's a reason I'm broadcasting from a bathroom stall. The bathroom. More than just tiles and toiletries, a vault of solace, a chamber of reflection. Ever think about how much history, philosophy, and yes, even strategy have been contemplated in spaces just like this? I'm pretty sure when Bill Shakespeare wrote To Be or Not to Be, he carved it with the quill on a bathroom stall before he put pen to paper. How many of you have had those aha moments in the restroom? Think about it. You're all alone, free from distractions, and suddenly the answer to that problem you've been mulling over becomes as clear as the bathroom tiles. Recent studies, and by studies I mean a quick poll of a few of my friends, reveal that bathrooms are like unsung brainstorming chambers of the household. I'm pretty sure if we placed whiteboards in showers, we would have solved world hunger by now and probably perfected teleportation. But today we are switching gears to contemplate life's big picture, the journey. Which brings us to today's main topic. Follow me through the glory hole as we explore the bucket list. It's a concept most of us are familiar with, but how many of us truly understand its origin? The phrase kicking the bucket has been around longer than we might think. But why a bucket and why kick it? Historians theorize about a grim tie to execution, public hanging, to be more direct. With kicking our own bucket away as the last thing we do before we die. That's a stark contrast to the delightful and daring dreams we jot down in our little dream journals before we go night-night. Eventually, we flipped the bucket over, took a seat, dropped a deuce, and got to thinking, what do I want to do before I die? Take my pal Rizzuto. He's always dreamed of drop kicking him.
They're a professional pest control service because, listen, I want to protect my property and I want to protect my family. Termites, as far as the property goes, found in more than 5 million homes on average each year in the U.S., and termite damage costs homeowners $5 billion each year because it's not covered by homeowners insurance because it's preventable. How do you prevent it? You get Amco Ranger in there. Amco Ranger Termite Pest Solutions, get on their ultimate protection plan, like I am, just for that peace of mind. At Amco Ranger, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You get the best price to guarantee it. Trusted, local, family-owned, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and Amco Ranger is your one source for all pest control needs. Stop your yard, take your yard back from mosquitoes and ticks. Stop the ants and spiders and roaches from moving into the house. Protect your biggest investment, your home, from costly termite damage. Prevent mice from spreading disease and damaging your property, and so much more. Even you could bundle a lot of their stuff to combine the most popular services into one plan with incredible discounts. Amco Ranger, 636-441-BUGS, online at amcoranger.com, protecting what matters since 1965. Okay, so let's go over Rafe's bucket list.
Okay.
So these are all the things Rafe would like to achieve.
Please tell me you don't have dropkick on there.
I do not have dropkick on there.
How about receive dropkick?
It's on there now. Might as well. So we've been going over all of our bucket list items over the last couple of weeks. We've done everybody's. We did Lern's yesterday. We did Moon, King Scott, Rizz. And now we do a lot of stuff.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Oh, man, that just made my heart open up.
That was beautiful.
Right? Am I right?
I needed that.
Clownvis, see him tonight with Craig Gass over at the Funny Bone Westport, also on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then Saturday with Four Hands
at the Whiskey Ring down on Cherokee.
At the Whiskey Ring down on Cherokee. Oh, my God, what a surprise.
Whoa, look at these dudes.
Andrew and Tim from the band Ludo in studio. You got we're out of mics. Bon Jovi the mic. Oh, hey.
Yeah, I'm Richie Sambora in this one, right?
How are you guys?
Let's hope not.
So good. How are you guys?
Oh,
What's
dude,
up, buddy?
so
What's up,
good.
Ludo?
Yeah, everything's fantastic.
Happy to see you.
Friday the 13th. You guys doing anything creepy in here?
Dude, everything's going wrong today.
It is?
Yeah, it's like a weird kind of... Yeah, there was a problem with Casey this morning.
What does that mean? What happened?
It was a whole,
Sweetmeat got stuck under the console.
programming
Yeah.
thing.
You don't want to know about it. It was
I'd like
awful.
to know what was he doing under there.
I don't
in the
have all the
first place.
details.
Yeah.
We've had callers just drop out. It's been a weird day.
Sorry to hear that.
And then you guys walk in.
I know.
Uninvited.
Things got better.
Man, it just got really weird.
Nice.
You guys got a new song
New song
Do.
out today.
out today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh,
It
man.
wasn't yeah.
And before we get to your new song, and we can play it?
I would love to.
Whoa!
Yes.
I'd love to.
So, a premiere of a new Ludo song.
That's right.
It's a radio program.
It's a cover.
So it's an old someone else's song.
Yeah.
Do I have it in here?
You do.
Oh, I do.
You do.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me load her up here.
It's an Oingo Boingo song.
I love
Oh, this is the
Weird
okay.
Science, right?
Dead Man's
This is
Party.
Dead Man's Party.
Friday the 13th.
Same deal, yeah.
I love it.
Same deal, different
Same
title.
deal.
We'll do that next time.
Oh, there it is, right there.
But it's us and the Funky Butt Brass Band.
Oh, I love those
As
guys.
well.
They know how to play, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Before we get to your song, we
Yeah.
do got to get to a couple emails, and I'm glad you guys are here.
We're happy to be here.
RizzShow1057thepoint.com or instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. A lot of talk about Dave Grohl and Lern's reaction.
Why? What happened?
Did you guys hear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What? Patron saint Dave Grohl.
My Saint Dave. Yeah.
Saint Dave.
Were you crushed?
I was. I am.
Yeah.
I'm going through the stages of grief. I'm in anger, sadness right now.
Ugh.
I was in denial, and now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
One day at a time.
He's a bit of a
Thank you.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah.
This email came across today after you talked about it in Crap on Celebrities.
Oh, great.
It says, "Good morning. I just heard Lern's devastation over Dave Grohl's infidelity. Totally valid, by the way. And I'd like to formally extend an invitation to join the Swiftie fandom, the good, sane ones, not the crazy parasocial ones. Her catalog includes so many different genres to enjoy: country, pop, alternative, folk,
Oh
and
my God,
more.
that's
It's all
so
so
nice.
well
It's an
written,
official
produced,
invitation.
Pretty much the same thing.
and
except-
emotionally charged. No, it's not all breakup songs. That's a tired argument. She also puts on an amazing show, advocates for fellow artists, encourages and cheers on strong, smarty women like Lern herself, pushes back on industry and social norms. She's silly. She loves her fans. She's generous with her money. She's proud of.
She got it all.
Hey,
She's
this
a
woman's
proud.
got it all.
She's a proud, childless cat lady. I could go
me.
on, but it's the
She likes
fandom.
cats. You like cats.
I got no kids.
It's the fandom you can feel good about.
And I don't believe she's impregnated any assistants at this point.
The Swifties would welcome you with open arms whenever you're ready, Lern.
Do you want to announce right now that you are becoming a Swiftie?
Come on, forget Dave Grohl, shake it off, be a Swiftie.
How dare you? No, you know what? This is the sweetest thing. And
Are you announcing right now that
I've had so many Swifties come forward, my sister being one of them, Tina D-Ball being one of them. I've had so many women in my life
That sounds like a
with
cult.
open arms
They're trying to.
welcoming me in their coven.
Welcome.
And I love her.
Welcome.
I think what she does is incredible. I could never do it. I love the childless cat lady. I love it all. I think she's
This
a great person.
is,
The music is
doors
not for
open.
me.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I have tried. I have failed. I just got to keep it real. I listen to her music,
Holy cow.
and I
How-
do not. Nothing happens to my body when I listen to it.
She's only going to
But
let.
I love the Swiftie Nation. I think that's cool as hell. And if you love it, I'm backing you up. Go. It's just not for me.
What you're saying is you're not going to fit a tailor-shaped peg in
Wow,
a
so you
Dave
are-
shaped
I am not
hole.
worthy of that fandom. I don't think so.
in a Grohl hole.
I'm at a big girl hole.
You are.
I'm in a
You
girl
are
hole, you guys.
declining the invitation.
You
No, I
gotta
think
pay
it
the
is
troll
the sweetest
toll.
thing. But I don't want to lie to her and say I'll be a fan because I've tried and I just the music.
How insulting.
I love the. You know, there's one song that I like. I believe it's called James Dean. That's the one Taylor Swift song
that her
I
Foo
actually
Fighters
really
cover?
love.
You know that
And I
song?
just
I do.
realized that it was her singing it this year.
You've
I was like, I
got
really
that
like that
James
song.
Dean daydream look in her eyes.
Yeah,
I think the song's
like
called
it.
Style, I think.
Oh, see, I don't know the damn name
excuse
of it.
us.
Well, there he is.
So
You should be glad that he added an I think to that. He knows.
yeah, no, I wish I could. The music. I don't, and I don't want to take
Dude,
up a
you
seat
know
at
what?
those shows. So
I do have a Taylor Swift song on my liked. On my liked playlist.
I'm still laughing at Grohl hole.
I'm in a girl hole.
Gotta pay the toll to get inside Dave Grohl's hole.
Lern is
But I love
stuck in a
this
Grohl
person
hole.
who emailed, and I'm so thankful that
that
nice
person
people exist.
was also named Taylor.
Hey, boss, sorry I'm late. I got stuck in a Grohl hole.
You guys were circling that joke, and I
Dude,
was
this
like, who's
song.
going to get, and you nailed it.
I love this
I
song.
love this too. Yeah, come on. Nice to meet you. Where you been? I can
The
show
jam.
you incredible things.
I like style.
Yabba, dabba, dabba, do.
Look at you. I'm proud.
It's dope.
But you
I
like
love
one
this
song. Yeah.
that's
It's
it.
great.
That's the one song I like is that style. James Dean's song.
I'm going to throw out, though, that I don't know that the rest of her catalog's that terribly different from that.
You don't
Yeah,
think?
you can pretty much just
in my
press play
vibe.
on the
Yeah.
CD and it all sounds
I
like
wish I
Green.
could give you the text threads of like the women, in my, like Rafe's Tina and my sister. They want to kill me because I'm just not involved as much as they are, and I'm like, I have no problem with it. I just, music is personal, so.
Be a hellish road trip.
Yeah.
I like Taylor Swift. But I don't like her
I
like
can't
Tina
believe
likes her.
I can't believe you're coming out today to say you hate Taylor Swift.
I don't
No.
hate Taylor Swift.
I can't believe you're
love
saying you
her.
hate Taylor Swift and you're only going to listen to pre-girl Nirvana CDs.
Man, y'all are
I
kicking
can't
her
even
while
listen
she's
to that.
down.
You're so
You
militant.
brought it up, Moon.
I didn't. I wrote the email. This is a positive email.
Listen,
Hey,
the guys from Ludo are here.
I know.
Yeah, we got a new song to play.
Wait till she finds out Stevie Nicks runs a puppy mill.
I'm just gonna go to Mars. I guess I don't know. I have to get out of this planet.
No
She-
more heroes.
Yeah, she runs a puppy mill
I
in
have no
mid-Missouri.
heroes.
Welcome to Stevie Nicks All Kill Shelter.
Oh man, my heart hurts.
I'm sorry. That's
It's all right.
We're,
Ludo will make me feel better,
Yeah,
though,
we're
right?
not
You
having-
guys aren't creeps.
we're not having
right?
kids outside of our.
Look at me in the face and tell me you're not a
ambitious-
creep.
We're just not ambitious enough to be that creepy.
And you don't have assistants.
He's got his wiener out right now.
Who's impregnated their assistants in Ludo? Nobody.
We don't have any
Because we don't have
assistants.
assistants.
Yeah.
What's the song called?
Dead Man's Party.
Ah, that's what Grohl's dealing with. He's a dead man right now.
Dude.
I'm sure you
what.
guys have covered this, but think about how much work he had to be doing out there that one got pregnant. This wasn't a one time.
And his daughter was on tour with him,
I know.
which is the weirdest part of
You're
this.
assuming that he impregnated a chick while on tour.
Yes, we are, Rizz. Like, we have everything is speculation.
He could have
right
just bumped into somebody on a tight subway or something.
Yeah, we need the documentation.
Got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
We need his coital documentation.
This man-hating show.
Let's not take that off the table. All right, listen, guys, we have a new Ludo song to play. It's a cover of Oingo Boingo's Dead Man's Party.
Yeah.
Which we could find on the interwebs. Where are we finding this?
The song, our new song?
Yes.
Y'all, anywhere you get music. So Spotify, Apple Music, whatever.
Aren't you happy a few months
That's
ago
true.
when you decided to do a cover, you didn't pick the Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I know. Well,
This wouldn't be the week.
It'd be topical. We'd be like, Grohl is not on this. He did. No, you're right. We picked the right song. I mean, Danny Elfman's doing plenty of creepy things.
Yeah,
from
he's
Oingo
got
Boingo.
his thing going on too.
Yeah,
by the way,
What?
recent allegations? You can look that up. I'm not going to get into that.
For raw?
Yeah, for real.
We should have covered Clownvis. That's the only way we'd be safe.
Clownvis is clean.
That'd be a good way to do it. You guys could do Trafficula or something next year.
Clownvis has got no skeletons in that closet. Go ahead, I looked.
My life's an open book.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Dead Man's Party. It's from Ludo. What's going on in the band? Anything coming up? We got the Ludoween stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
Halloween is 3 nights. It's the weekend before Halloween. It is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday before. 3 nights, all different openers. We play all
Great timing.
kinds of songs. We'll be doing this one with a horn section. First time we've had a horn section up on the stage, and it's just a fun weekend. So even if you don't know any Ludo, even if you don't care for Ludo, it's just a fun way to celebrate
That's right.
Halloween. Tickets on sale now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play this new song. Congratulations, guys. It's a great Friday the 13th song. We'll go right into commercial. It's Ludo and Dead Man's Party.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
How about that? Ludo, Dead Man's Party.
Pretty good sound.
That sounded so good.
Also with the funky
Butt Brass Band.
Brass Band.
Band.
All right, so we'll take a break. I think we got time. Maybe King Scott, a couple jokes after the break.
Oh, sounds great.
Headline goo, get
Write
ready.
some real quick.
Thanks for the
Running
warning.
late. It's 9:33. It's Friday. One final look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. Highways are clear. Your point forecast. Scattered rain. High of 77 right now to 67 at the Point Studio.
Hey, how's your deck? Your deck, the one on the back of your house. You have deck envy? Do your neighbors have better decks than you? Bigger decks? Well, stop with the deck envy. That's not healthy. Call Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Maybe the deck you have on the house now is dangerous. Like when we bought our house, the railings were all loose. And I have to tell people, like, hey, don't lean against the railing or else you'll plummet to your death. So we called Chesterfield Fence and Deck. They came in. They said, this thing's a mess. So they tore it down. Put up a new deck, the Vecca decking, strongest deck on the market. They did the underdecking. They did everything in-house. I never even thought about the underdecking. It's a spot where it's hot and swampy or it's raining like today. We just hang out. We're dry. We're cool. New fences, decks, sunrooms, screen rooms, pergolas, patios, retaining walls, and more. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, locally owned and operated for 56 years. All the products are guaranteed by a 5-year labor warranty. And when you mention the Rizz Show this month, you'll get 20% off your next installed outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck?
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek Fire.
Hey!
Gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie.
So guys, how'd it go today?
Well, you know, it went excellently.
Yeah, man.
You know why? Because so we had, just to fill anybody in, we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and it really wasn't anyone's fault, but a whole bunch of stuff was going wrong. But I tell you what, man.
The Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton, and it was a great event. First of all, raising funds for prostate cancer research and awareness. And awareness comes with checking yourself out, fellas. Early detection is key in surviving prostate cancer. And there's a stigma that goes along with getting yourself checked out for prostate cancer. Guys, it's important. And South County Urological, they do all the prostate health stuff. So if you're worried about anything, make an appointment with Dr. Huatma, get yourself checked out just for that peace of mind. And again, early detection is very important. South County Urological, if you have an enlarged prostate, again, the prostate cancer screenings. They also do vasectomies, also kidney stone treatments. Kidney stones are common in young people, runs in families. They'll treat you with minimally invasive techniques. They'll run tests to see why you're forming stones and give you recommendations to help prevent future stones. South County Urological, 314-843-8000, southcountyurological.com.
Backstage at Point Fest, and this is, I gotta say, of all of the interviews that I've done, as far as the placement in conjunction with the show, this one is a little different because there's not going to be a show here tonight, but we've got Highly Suspect here to join us. So, gentlemen, hello, and I'm going to make this probably pretty awkward for all of us.
Happy to be here. Grateful to be here.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful to see you guys again, and it has been a spell since we have heard new Highly Suspect music. All right, so I want to know when there's something new work. I mean, what do you got? There's got to be something going on. You got to have a single. You got to have a record.
June
There's gotta be something.
22nd. You heard it fucking here first, right here on the point.
Ooh.
June 22nd. I'm not
like
going to give you the name of the song, though.
Okay.
But that'll be the first single.
All right, I'm going to do this, though. I will admit, though, I heard the song yesterday, and it's freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, we're on your Instagram Live? You do not want to be on the Instagram Live with me, man. I'm not a guy that's made for camera. I am the face for radio if there ever was an example.
I think you're beautiful.
Well, I
June
appreciate
22nd, and we are so fucking bummed about not being able to play today because, maybe you would have gotten a little tease.
I think we would have. That's your way of saying you were going to play the new song in the set.
I just said maybe. I don't know.
So, but it's been a while since we've had a chance to, kind of hang out and stuff and see you guys roll through town. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Has there been anything new going on in the life, in the world? Catch us up.
Yeah, tons. I mean, my brother and I moved to Nashville. We built a studio in it, and then we got to work on the record, and that took a long time. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly just nice to be off the road for a little bit. We toured for 6 years straight or something like that, and it was just nice to take a little break. And
we got really good at Apex.
Yeah.
That's the new development.
Yeah, Apex Legends. It's a
lot of Netflix,
awesome.
A lot of Grubhub.
Oh,
and it's just been honestly, it's a bum out that everything happened.
Do yourself a favor, head over to Mountaintop Motor Company and get your next car with them. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. They have over 1,000 5-star reviews for all kinds of reasons. And what I love about some of those reasons is that you go out there, it's a no-pressure, easy-going, wonderful sales environment. And plus, whenever you get in there and you sign and you get your car, they're not going to have extra fees. That's all taken care of right then and there. And so if you're looking for a great car, again, head to mountaintopmotors.com, check out their inventory, and on there you're going to see all kinds of incredible rides from SUVs, trucks, vans, to sedans, and there's a 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz SEL, and it's only $21,000 with a little over 45,000 miles on it. Absolutely incredibly priced and a fantastic car, completely loaded, and it's going to go quick. So you want to get out there and test drive these amazing vehicles at Mountaintop Motor Company, and do yourself a favor, just go see the place. Absolutely incredible. Head over to mountaintopmotors.com. That's mountaintopmotors.com.
All right, so the lead-off interview for Point Fest 2019, my guy Claudio from Coheed and Cambria. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here.
King Scott.
Yes, sir.
On a day like Friday the 13th, I think we all need to laugh.
Heck yeah.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Totally.
You guys want to hear some jokes?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it could go either way. Let's try it. Let's try our luck.
We're doing it for Clownvis.
What's going on in the news today?
Oh, man.
I like that part.
It's a Friday go.
All right, King Scott, what do you got?
Scientists say too much fluoride in drinking water causes lower IQ, and reason number 9,000 why I brush my teeth with scotch.
All right.
Lern loved it.
I like
All right.
that.
Yeah.
Sony unveiled a faster, more powerful PlayStation 5 Pro, which ironically is going to make your boyfriend slower to get off the couch and look for a job.
Pretty solid.
Okay. A 4.7 earthquake centered in Malibu hit yesterday morning, and the only thing shakier in Southern California yesterday was Dave Grohl's marriage.
Timely and
We
timely.
like this.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio quickly protected himself by jumping out of bed and then diving underneath a pile of young supermodels. Smart of him. In Washington, D.C., a man was caught on camera performing a sex act with a cucumber attached to the grill of a car, then putting it back in a lunchbox and walking away. And that's unbelievable. I mean, the fact that an American had a vegetable. Adam Sandler shed several pounds. Now the only things weighing him down are David Spade and Rob Schneider.
All right. Funny.
Halle Berry says she's more than just her body, and we know. We just don't care. Lenny Kravitz wore a tie with no shirt at the MTV VMAs. This guy looks like an idiot, said Kid Rock wearing a top hat with no shirt.
I'm liking it today.
Yeah. Prince, you can use these tonight. Prince Harry turns 40 on Sunday. Even though they're not on great terms, Prince William still got Harry a gift. A set of embroidered "You Will Never Be King" potholders.
Oh, nice.
That's very sweet of him. And finally,
I could visualize that.
and former NFL star Shannon Sharp accidentally broadcasts audio of himself having sex with a woman on Instagram Live. And now we know a little too much about what happens when a tight end finds a wide receiver.
There you go, buddy.
And? Wait, is this on?
Man.
Really good being you.
Love it. All right, Scott, thank you.
Hey, good effort out there, man. That was good.
All right, listen, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
I'm a fan, I'm a freaking nerd, I'm a big fan. St. Louis City has my heart, and Together Credit Union has made it so very easy for me. Not only have they dressed me well with this lovely scarf, but they gave me access to the St. Louis City SC Visa card. The credit and the debit card exclusive to Together Credit Union members, but it's gotten me 10% off food and bev in the stadium at the home opener. It got me 10% off at the team store, which is beautiful, by the way. And you know how Rizz and I are super cheap with our time. We don't like to stop or wait in lines because we're prissy, we're crybabies.
Plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts promoting world-class service all across our entire area. Now, let me encourage you, like my dad always encouraged me, to make sure that you're handling preventative maintenance. Scheduling your service promptly is a proactive step towards avoiding any sort of unforeseen disruptions, and it can lead to significant savings over time, and that's what Anton's is here for, saving you money, making sure that you have total indoor comfort. Preventative maintenance is a smart way to make sure you do that. Again, tomorrow is the big Anton's Heroes Golf Tournament. So not only do you want to, call Anton's today and save 25% before 2025, plus an additional $4,800 in savings when you choose Anton's to replace the heating and cooling system, but you also want to be a part of their Heroes program and help them out with this golf tournament that's happening tomorrow at Forest Park. Get all the info, and you can even just become a sponsor. Maybe you can't golf, maybe you're as bad as I am at golf, but you want to help with this incredible program that helps veterans and first responders in our area have total indoor comfort. That's the Anton's Heroes program. It's happening tomorrow. The website for that is antonsheroesgolf24.com. But again, I encourage you to do preventative maintenance and get in on all the deals at Anton's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and Energy Experts at antonshvac.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff Burton from the Rizzuto Show. Thanks for tuning into the Facebook takeover with, my goodness, Taylor Momsen. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm going to get the geeky fan side of this out of the way first, which nobody watching is going to be surprised about. But I've been a fan for a while. You and I have chatted a handful of times, and the last couple of times that we did it, I'm sure you don't remember this, but we do a picture together, and I started collecting them. Can you see that?
Oh shit!
Look at you. I think you're 17 in that first one.
Baby, I am a baby in that one. Look at you. That the
I know. You were a baby. I'm still an old man. So.
No, that's great. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's get
So
talking again, man.
I don't know how we're gonna work this one out. We'll try to turn it sideways or something. But hello and. Thank you for taking the time for doing this. I know it's been a very, very long time since you've been to St. Louis to play a show. What have you, the $2 question, what have you been doing during all of this downtime, this quarantine? What have you been up to?
I have been, we just released a single. We just released Rock and Roll. So I've been doing a lot of this, a lot of promoting from home and figuring out how to work from home, which is different. I'm adapting. That, and then when I'm not doing this, I've been playing just a ton of guitar.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing that you have that to fall back on and to do. And talking about working from home, I broadcasted from my house for like 7 weeks, right? And so 2 weeks ago, I guess 2 Mondays ago or whatever, was my first day back. And then so I've been quarantined in this what we call a producer's room, right? So when I go in there and I start show prepping, I get to listen to the radio station. This morning, I get there at 3 a.m. on the day that I'm going to talk to you on Facebook Live. I turn up the monitor and Death by Rock and Roll was jamming on the point.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Perfect. That's kismet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had listened to it a handful of times, on Spotify, had yet to hear it on the radio. And Donnie Fandango, who's our music director, said that song sounds great on the radio. And I agree. What are your thoughts?
I agree. Thank you so much for playing it, man. That song was a long.
We're big right now throughout September on 4 new tires for just $10. That's right. R&R Tire Express is making it a breeze for you to roll out on brand new name brand tires for only $10 down. And well, it doesn't matter. You're driving a car, a truck, a van, an SUV. They have you covered with the perfect tire match. And at R&R, they have that flexible payment option. You're in control. There's no credit. You choose the payment system and how it's set up. No problem. Everybody drives away with a smile. And check this out. R&R's exclusive peace of mind coverage comes with it. Tire rotation, balance, mount, flat repair, all that more, all included for free with that $10 down. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. And if you're looking to upgrade those wheels, go to rnrtires.com/RNR Midwest. Enter the code SCORE, S-C-O-R-E. On the website, you can put in your vehicle and see what new wheels would look like on your ride. Pick and choose. Go through all the options that they have and see what it would look like right on your car. And now's the time. Just $35 down gets you started on a fresh set of wheels all month long. So don't wait. Score big this season and get new tires installed for just $10 down. And new wheels for just $35. Request a quick quote at the website, rnrtires.com/RNR Midwest. And be sure to enter the code SCORE because you're going to score, S-C-O-R-E.
Joined in the point studio now by the mastermind behind Ghost, Tobias Forge. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How do you do?
I'm doing really well. It's an absolute great pleasure to have you here, and the absolute ferocious fan base of Ghost has me completely petrified that I'm going to screw this interview up because they
then don't.
Right. Well, that's the idea. But it's one of those really great things in getting to talk about Ghost right now because you can just feel all the excitement and everything kind of not starting to come together, but just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That has got to be an amazing thing for you to see on your side of things.
Of course it is. I mean, I've done many records in my life that did cause nothing, you know. So it's you never know how many times you will have this feeling. So I'm trying to sort of absorb it and enjoy it whilst it's here, and yeah, no, it's a fantastic feeling.
When I had read, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I had read, kind of when the process and the thought process for this was beginning, that you thought that you would have a certain audience that would dig it, that would enjoy it, and that it might even be kind of like sort of an art thing that you could potentially see at like an art installation. Are you yourself a little surprised that it is grown into what it has become now?
Yes. I mean, obviously everything is a gradual sort of these epiphanies of what you can achieve obviously comes gradually. And now obviously I know what took us here, but there was definitely a thousand things that I could never have predicted back in 2008 or 9 or 10 or 11.
Sure.
And
so you bought your home, and one of those things that's wild about getting a home is that you take on more than just your house payment. I mean, you spent your weekends on upkeep, like repaving your driveway and working on that. Repairs, they are expensive and they drain your bank account. And with all that equity locked up, you just feel like you can't do anything. But you love your home, you want to stay, but there's an uphill battle. So what if you could sell your home and reclaim your weekends and not have to move? Well, you can with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. Truehold will buy your home now while the market is hot and high, and you could bank that equity in cash and stay in your home with a nice lease. Plus, the best part is you don't have to worry about property taxes or insurance, and my personal favorite, the upkeep anymore. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. So join the thousands who've secured their retirement, paid off bills, and they've financed their dreams. Get an offer right now while the market is hot. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I'm in the Four Brothers Mead tent, joined by a few of the members of Papa Roach. How's it going, guys?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to be here. Point Fest again.
Yes, and I know you're a Point Fest veteran. This is my first one.
Oh, really?
And the guys were telling me, he's like, you know what? Jacoby one time came over here, took his pants off into the whole interview in his underwear.
Damn, I don't
so
even
you are
remember
a
that.
bit overdressed.
Damn. It's part of my.
Are we gonna roll the clip?
Dude, I gotta see this. I totally forgot that.
Apparently, it happened.
I know. I do look good with my pants off, though. But yeah,
that would push ticket sales for tonight.
Totally.
We're so excited that you guys are here. You got Ego Trip.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out. It's incredible. And we were just talking off the interview that I'm from Maine. A lot of snow in Maine, and I gotta say, Swerve is my snowstorm driving jam. Crank it up, and when it's coming down and people are driving all over the road, the perfect song.
That's perfect, for real. I can just imagine seeing all these cars just like
That's exactly how it
careening
goes.
off into the ditch.
Yep. Now, you guys just released a music video for No Apologies. One steady shot. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was we've been doing it for a little while, and it was great for the
Putney last week. Man, some exciting news. The Federal Reserve is hinting at potential interest rate cuts for the first time in years. So what does this mean for you? This is a great opportunity if you own a house to refinance. And if you're looking to buy a home, it may be time to jump in. So refinance, lower your monthly mortgage payments, or shorten your loan term. So Kevin could finagle stuff so you could pay less every month, or even take your 30-year loan like you did for me and bring it down to a 15. Also, secure your dream home with more affordable financing. But when do I get in? Just let Kevin handle everything for you. Call him today, 314-862-0123. Call him today. He will watch everything for you. He'll track the rate changes to help you act at the exact right time. Kevin Putney, the 123 Mortgage Team, 314-862-0123. That's 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
All right, so here we are backstage, the Stiefel Theater. Mr. Nathaniel Rateliff, how you doing, sir?
I'm great. I've heard there's been some going back and forth about the pronunciation of the theater, because this used to be the Kiel Auditorium, right?
It was Kiel.
Right.
Then they changed it to the, what was it before this? It was the Peabody. And now the Stiefel.
Okay, Stiefel.
Well, what are you hearing on your side of things?
I've heard people say Stifle, Stiefel, I also, until, we got here, thought it was still Peabody. So.
Right. Well, you know what? I've said it mistakenly on the air before, to the point where somebody sends an email saying, hey, Donnie, just a reminder that it's the Stiefel and not the Peabody. Because, I'm sure everybody.
It's a good thing we have people trolling your show,
right,
to point out your mistakes.
Right. Thank you very much. So it's great to have you in town again. One of the things that I'd love to know is, when you come to St. Louis, what is your guest list number compared to, say, any other random city in the country?
I was just joking about that with our tour manager, because my mom and Joseph's mom are here. So I think, it's an average like 50 to 60 family members and friends. And then there's some people that I don't even know. They're like, I'm friends with. I was like, well, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know who the hell you are. But, it's always nice just to be around family and have the opportunity to, be able to see everybody. And, a lot of them don't get to, come to, a legendary theater like this and be backstage. Or I think my mom's actually out in the auditorium, taking photos right now. So
that's awesome.
Selling a house can be a real pain in the rear. Most of us already know that. Whether it's your personal home, a relative's home, maybe you inherited a house, Faster House is going to pay top dollar. Even if it smells like cats, even if it's nastiness, just animals have run amok, and it's been sort of a disaster, and you're like, I don't have the time or the resources to clean up this house and get it on the market in the traditional sense. We're talking about a locally owned and operated company since 2002, Faster House, being the premier home buyer in St. Louis. if they make an offer on your house, they're going to get you to the closing table without any sort of shenanigans. And you get to choose the closing, in fact. Faster House truly cares about helping their clients not just sell their home, but work through tough situations and get to the next chapter. They will help you. I've met them. I've seen the office. I've gone through. I saw how they do their business, and it really is incredible. They're helping people not just, like I said, offload a house in a tough situation, but get to the next chapter. Start that next chapter off right. If you're interested in selling your home, visit fasterhouse.com, or you can call them 636-466-8774. Tell them you heard it on The Point from Moon. Call Faster House. Your next chapter starts here. fasterhouse.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's just strange that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day, and
yeah.
I remember the club well. You know, we used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. You know, stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you. This is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before till this night. And you had like this black leather jacket on, like these skinny sort of jeans, and I was like, this dude is a bad man. And you were, and it was such a great show because that night it was a couple of different bands. Letters to Cleo were on that bill. Yeah. Ned's Atomic Dustbin were on that bill. I love those guys as well. So it was like a cool thing. But it was the first night that I saw you guys, and Vinny, you had this like for real frontman rock star presence about you that I thought was very cool at the time.
you sure put the pressure on me today. Dude, where do you go from there?
Right. But you know what though? And speaking of that role as the frontman is like an important thing, man, because not only
Basement Systems. You heard me talking about my settling front porch situation. This thing was big old slab of concrete. The whole thing was falling down. It was supporting the awning above. That was coming down. Everything was cracking, falling. It was destroying my brick facade. It was just a nasty situation. And somebody told me that Woods Basement Systems, who, you know, we all know as the all things basement-y experts, can handle that. Not only can they level the concrete, but I had them out and talked to them, and they taught me the right way to do it. They're like, we got a concrete level and you install piers, so you don't have to worry about this every year, every other year. And now, fixed forever. I haven't had to worry about it. It's been an incredible weight off my shoulders, thanks to Woods Basement Systems. Now go to moonloveswoods.com, special website with a special offer for you. Don't wait any longer. Maybe you need some basement waterproofing, foundation repair, crawl space repair, mold prevention, egress windows, your driveway lifted. Listen, if they can raise a highway slab, they can raise a driveway too. They can do so much at Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts. Check out that website and that special deal waiting for you, moonloveswoods.com.
we are.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by the great and powerful Michael's Flooring. Got to thank Clownvis for coming by. Love you, buddy.
Thank you, guys. What a fun show. What a fun way to spend the morning of Friday the 13th. And if you have the chance to get out this weekend, I'd love to see you all face-to-face at the Funny Bone on this night, Friday night and Sunday night, and at the Whiskey Ring tomorrow. Follow me on the socials at Clownvis. Keep up.
There you go. The great Clownvis Presley.
Love you guys.
King of the Clowns. Moon, today's podcast is titled
The Maiden of Doubt.
The Maiden of Doubt.
The Maiden of Doubt.
I wonder who that is. Moon, what else?
You know what? Go check out our good friends, Craig and Clownvis, this weekend. And do not forget, December 7th, Clownvis will be joining us in a big part of the Punk Rock Christmas extravaganza.
Yeah,
we added a show this year, so we got a 3 p.m. show. There are special price discounted family 4-packs for that 3 p.m. show. Now, listen, in the first hour that we had this on sale, hundreds of tickets sold, so make sure you get in while you can on this incredible show. Clownvis will be a big part of it. December 7th at the pageant, 3 p.m., 8 p.m., all your punk rock or all your Christmas favorites done punk rock and ska and rock and roll and metal. It is super fun, and you can get tickets at the pageant. Is it the pageant? Yeah, the pageant.com.
Pageant.com. It's fun for the whole family.
Yes.
Really is.
100%. 5 out of 5 stars.
Love it.
Guaranteed good time. Lern.
Yes, follow me and my girl hole that I will be in until further notice at Lern versus Radio. Also, my band Lane Narrows is opening up for the Teenage Dirtbags next Saturday, the 21st at Oxfest. Headliners that night is Legend 77. They're a Leonard Skinner tribute band with my friend Brian in them, and it's great, and it's all for a good cause. So go to oxfestfestival.org.
Thank you, Lern. Rafe Williams.
I just got added to Oxfest 2. It was a secret show. My new band, Rafe and the Girls Holes. We'll be playing at 6 a.m.
Rafe and the Girls Holes.
Before the fairgrounds open, we'll be in there. We'll be
Guerrilla
playing.
style. We're just going to set up and play.
Yeah, it's kind of a little punk rock thing I got going. Me and the Girls Holes will be there at 6 a.m., so don't be late.
Hey, if you were to go skydiving with Rafe tomorrow, keep an eye on your email for a reschedule.
We will reschedule. We will
jump.
I am going to jump. This may have saved my life. I thought about that. Friday the 13th, maybe the chute wasn't going to open. Now it will.
Oh, my God.
A week later.
Christmas, man.
You must survive.
Who knows?
He will.
Hey, listen, I play all the angles. I don't fear death. I welcome it.
No, don't say that either. Scott?
Anyway, come skydive with me.
I
if you
want the
to.
parachute not to open.
What? No.
Scott?
Follow me at King Scott Rules, and you guys have a beautiful weekend. Can't wait to see you all sometime
Monday.
soon.
Yeah.
Again, okay.
We'll be back on Monday.
Oh, back Monday then.
We'll be
all right,
back on
perfect.
Monday. Have a great weekend,
great day
everybody.
for me.
Yeah, buddy.
You too.
Enjoy yourselves. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots from O'Fallon, Missouri. Sarah Hake is our team.
Yes, I'm back.
Sarah wants to hear the song. Here it is. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
The Rizzuto Show.